What's up, gamers? It's your Cryptid. We're back with more fantasy basketball. We recruited a harpy last time, which is pretty cool. She's my new girlfriend. But hello, Lycander. Hello, JD. JD, thank you for lurking. Lycander, you cannot recruit Shaq, but you can recruit a harpy girl, and that's even better. After defeating the essence on the right, you and the others return to your wagon to consider your next move, and how best to integrate Pamitha into the group. Don't worry, I won't be staying any longer than it takes. I like my air fresh so I can sleep up on the roof. I trust the rites will cause my path and Tamitha's to cross again before long. Tamitha's her sister. Her parents aren't very creative with naming. You're welcome with us for now, Pamitha. Trust is what got us here, isn't that right, Rookie? But Rookie does not seem to hear the question. He's been rather quiet since first encountering your new guest. Pamitha shoots him one of her smiles. He stammers something about having to check the wagon wheels again. He runs off. During this discussion, the minstrel pulls you aside. Reader, I ask a moment of your time outside. That's me, I'm the reader. I read the books. There's something I may ask we go. Oh, there's somewhere I may ask we go. Here in Black Basin, reader. By your leave, of course, and provided that the stars allow it. Would you look upon them for us, please? You look towards the heavens. Lou, the vernal star. Vernal? It makes me think of venereal. The vernal star burns bright over the densest woods in the Black Basin. Oh, hey Clark! Do not judge my basketball skills. How rude. JD, I have them fooled. They think I can read, but I'm just making it up as I go. The glade of Lou, directly due west. Then it is as my client indicated. According to the stars, the next right will be there. The great sap scholar Louis Glorian here vanquished the root titan, limbless Arazek. This client of yours, our informant, Sandalwood. He entrusted us with this wagon, this quest. Why? What does he want from us? You may ask him yourself. He awaits us somewhere in the waking wood, due west. The path to the sacred Mount Eladiel lies far beyond these suffocating woods. It's a labyrinth of a forest on the western half of Black Basin. Few know their way around in it. How do we find him? He shall find us. It seems you are soon to finally meet Sandalwood. At dawn, you shall have to cross a single narrow path leading west, where he supposedly awaits. Oh, it's my new girlfriend. You approached Pamitha, who's kept to herself since she joined your small band. I'm in the band! That's not true, I'm more like the manager. You sense she's unaware of you as she preens her flight feathers, but then she speaks up before you can do the same. Come to check up on me, reader, darling. In those first few moments when we met, that vote of confidence in me which you relayed to that nice headwind boy, I'm grateful you were willing to see past these wings. One of your kind's ancient enemies just happens to insert herself into your group, and you just go with it? However, I assure you that my motives here are plain. You'll see. I have business with my blood sister Tamitha and nothing more. You briefly met, I think. She's quite a catch. As to the little quibble between us, well, it's a long story all in all. One that's frankly no one's business but hers and mine. Surely we'll run into her again, maybe not soon, but in time, and we have the rest of our long lives to wait. Anyway, happy to aid you in your quest until such time, especially to the extent that it aids me and mine, a simple exchange. Until then, stay vigilant, darling. You needn't concern yourself with making small talk with someone like me, and besides, we harps have a saying, liars abound. She swoops away before you can respond. Pamitha's moonshine, kept close at hand on the off chance of a good occasion or a very bad one. Headwind is exploring with Sir Gilman. Brookie is snooping around outside. He's got some kind of issue with the harpies. Teasel's up on the rafters. Faye's out for a walk. Gilman is exploring. Clink, 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 clink. Sandra is laughing softly at something. Jody is braiding her hair. Okay. Why, hello, my lovely reader. What might I do for you? Challenge her to a practice right. No, I want the scribe trial. Give me more trials. Boo. Continue. Sulfurmine. A precarious path leading towards the woods. The lone minstrel cautions that the one path down the cliffs is rather treacherous. Sulfur mines. The wagon has snagged descending the black crags. Its wheel is stuck, and Jodariel's not pleased. She's never pleased with me. First that blasted little bird, now this. Though you lack Jodariel's raw strength, you join in as she attempts to dislodge the wagon. At last, with a roar and a heave, she forces the wagon back onto solid ground. Oh, the game will tell you when you unlock a scribe trial? Oh. We'll see if I notice it. May this sandalwood be worth all of the hassle. Thank you, Jody. I'm guessing Sandalwood doesn't like to be kept waiting. He's very patient, on the contrary. Not I. Let us move on. Soon the wagon is prepared to press onward, down the jagged slopes, towards Wakingwood. Your companions who explored ahead advise on which of the four paths is best. Flamberg. Sir Gilman thinks he can dig up something valuable. There's seething fissures. Glass Peak. Pamitha says she can procure a talisman here. A talisman. Plus, Glass Peak sounds pretty. Having gone the route Pamitha recommended, she directs you towards a particular crag, no more conspicuous than any other. They clip our wings before they cast us down, you know. But just the same, we learn to flit around a bit. Just watch. Pamitha swoops up to a nearby peak and disappears behind it. She does not keep you waiting long and returns bearing an item of some sort. For you, reader darling. We high-wing remnants stash away such things for such occasions. The Titan Tooth. After blocking airborne adversaries, the bearer briefly stuns them and knocks them back. That's very situational. A large, old, decaying tooth that, while decidedly unpleasant, grants a certain strength and confidence. The question is, do I remember how to block airborne adversaries? Probably not. Do you just jump up in their way? Having passed beyond the black crags, your wagon arrives at the edge of the Wakingwood. It's here that Sandalwood is to be expecting you. However... Oh, good afternoon, Draconic! Good afternoon! Most puzzling. He ought to have met us here. You got a different talisman. Oh. Was it also related to flying? He said he would find us himself. Aye. He was to find us at the edge of these woods. We supposed to keep waiting for him? He would desire for the star sphere guide as always. The rights beckon, and the rights take precedence above all else. Surely he shall find us yet. Let's keep moving. How do we get through these woods? The lone minstrel notes two possible paths forward from this point, though cautions that the woods are difficult to navigate, and Sandalwood would have known the most expedient path. We got Needlefield? That doesn't sound promising. His client studied the rites there. Greymore. He once resided here. I'm sorry, but I hear Needlefield and I just go, nope. No thank you. Sandalwood has led a long life compared to any of you at least. In the latest years of his exile, he became rather reclusive for a variety of reasons he shall no doubt explain. He found some solace here in these woods, though I fear I cannot locate his residence without him. Unfortunately, you find no trace of Sandalwood, and without him there to guide you, you remain quite lost. The woods seem to have encroached. There is no path forward, while neither of the paths leading backwards appear to match the route you took to this point. Oh. Under thicket. Tiza wants to go here. Faye wants to go here. I like listening to Faye. That girl knows things. The woods are so disorienting at this point that you decide to break for camp and survey the surroundings for any clues. Perhaps later there shall be time to pursue your vocations. Sift through the ashes. The Beyonder Crystal. That's the text in the middle of the screen! I saw it. Rookie's making a racket. Tizo's teaching the drive imps. Faye's sniffing at something. Gilman is flexing his coils. Pamitha's watching the skies. Heaven's resting up. Jody is staring into the distance. Minstrel's keeping quiet. Alright. Yes. Yes. Oh, let's ask what's on our mind first. We'll make small talk, that's polite. Let me ask you something, lovely reader. Have you any idea for how long I've been imprisoned here? Sandra's asked me to guess the duration of her exile. A year, 10 years, 100 years? I say 1,000 years. You guess that Sandra could have been in her current state of exile since well before the dawn of the current age. At first, she shows no indication that she even heard you. Close. Soon enough, I shall be getting you there. I've been imprisoned for 837 years. According to my count, at least. It's possible I've lost track, although, given my state, I can assure you that I've had ample time to verify my arithmetic. She goes silent for a time. Let me give you some advice. If you decide to kill the Emperor, make sure you achieve what you set out to do. I expected my own death, regardless of the outcome of my task. I was not expecting this, certainly not to be telling you about it 837 years later, or however long that it has been. Although enough of that for now, let's get back to business. Let's go! Jody! Jody! Ah. Yeah, what should we give her? The Titan Tooth is no good. This... that's Rookie's. The money... quickness... chance of returning immediately. That sounds nice. Is this one where I can die in, I wonder? I'm trying to remember what Rookie's was like. Okay, I'll give you this, Jodario. Hey, Dad! This is Pyre. It is... Is it the third or second game by Supergiant? It's by the company that did Bastion, Transistor, Hades... I want more money. Plus 4 quickness. Hot diggity dog. Some major zoomies. It's the third one, okay. So it was after Transistor. That surly demon, is it? She could stand to lighten up, though I fear that's not a secret I can teach. But let's bring her forth regardless. Yeah, it's about these people that have been exiled to a desert, and if they win this fantasy basketball league, they get to go back to civilization. Soon Jodariel appears in heat of the summons. What is the meaning of this, reader? Pop quiz! Demons such as Jodariel are slow to move. Bum, bum, bum. No, I haven't beaten Hades. I've made it to see my mom a couple times in Hades, but I haven't seen credits. What is the meaning of this? Reader, where are the others? The apparition Sandra appears and loosens her mask. Welcome to my humble home, demon. You're good at taking orders, no? State your purpose quickly, Wraith. My purpose is to put you to the test. You may be fearsome to behold, but you are old and slow. Your weaknesses perhaps outweigh your strengths, though I sorely wish to see you and your lovely reader prove me wrong. Old, she says. Very well then, reader. Let us show her whether she's right. I don't remember the controls. I don't remember what to do. Oh no. Oh. They're right, you're so old and slow. No! I did it! Yeah. Good job, girlfriend. Nice. Ooh! Hey, Cricket! Yeah, Jodie's my girlfriend. I want her to carry me in her big strong arms. I keep trying to press spacebar to jump. That's not a thing. Clark, can you remind me what the controls are? It's been a week. Why can she not go over there? Oh, this text is in the way? This text is a wall? These runes? Oh, I thought I got them. W's jump. W. Maybe I should change spacebar to jump. Oh no, there's need one more. Heck! Dang harpy juices! Sounds like it came from Diablo 2. I can't imagine that Blizzard doesn't make their own sound effects though. But the controls are right there, really? Where? Such an outcome. No doubt that you were crisper in your youth, demon, now grown so languid. Well, I have much more time to spare than you. Should you decide to muster more of your past strength, return and prove it. We can do better. I'm gonna be right back though, real quick, guys. Okie dokie, I'm back. Cricket said I can toss the orb to get my aura back. Oh. Oh, I understand, because when you have the orb, you don't have your aura. I get it. Hello, Elsidian. Good evening. We can do better. We shall see if she can do it better than last time, though somehow I doubt it. Ferocious roar. Okay, so I want to change options. No. Controls. Jump and evade will be spacebar. Move to cursor. It's left mouse button. Pass and switch. Isn't that letting go of the ball? Or a cast? Oh. Tab? Maybe? What is salute even for? Do we have move up? Move left, down. Huh? Oh, hey, Boo Bear.
Hello.
Why are you opening the door?
Because I actually don't have calls this afternoon.
Wow.
I get to sit down and do work. It's amazing.
Wow, what a treat.
What a treat.
Oh, hey, Flex. Oh, Flex has to avoid spoilers. Okay, I understand. Thank you for saying hi. Wait, so is this for, like, walking around? So I could do W, A, S, D? But then stop moving? I don't think I need a stop moving button. I don't think I need that. I'll do that. Okay. Yeah, it's fine. It's fine. I don't need all of the commands. Okay. Yeah, okay. Oh, I'm doing it. Hey. Trying to drop it. It's not working. It's not working. Controls. Mouse button 4. That's what I. Okay, we'll try tab after all. Okay. Okie dokie. Oh, frig. I'm bad at basketball. Oh, I have to have friends? But how do I drop it if I don't have friendship? But yeah, how do I drop the ball? Okay. Oh. Oh, yeah, you're right. Boo! Boo, bad birds, boo! There we go. Oh, frig. I don't want to be over here. I'm trapped. Yay! That was weird. I wonder why they tossed it. Hey! Teamwork. Yay! I know you can toss the ball in, but do you get more points if you toss it in? Yay! Good job, Jody. That's my girlfriend. I knew she could do it. Are you satisfied now, Wraith? I am never satisfied, demon. However, your performance was sufficient, and you passed my test. Thus, congratulations are in order. To you and to your lovely reader. Now farewell. But that's what she's good at. She's good at murder. That's what I like about her. That was a strange experience. What do you have there, reader? Solium's horn. Jodariel cast her aura farther and faster than usual. I never used the aura casting, though. Hey, Friday! Alright, onward. Sift through the ashes. He was here! He was here! You mean sandalwood. If I may ask, how can you be so certain? I think from this. I think from this. It says something. I don't know what it says, but I feel like it has to mean something. Faye produces a small strip of bark that she found on the ashes. At first it seems like nothing of interest until you see a message carved on the inside. A sturdy strip of bark, on it's written, "Come to Cinderroot," from sandalwood. I can sell it? So it's some kind of message from the sandalwood guy? Seems that way. Which way to Cinderroot? A hushed clearing south of the Clay de Flue. It's due west. Perhaps we can set forth early tomorrow when the woods are still. Sounds good. Everyone rest up. Big day coming up. I like doing this one. Let's talk to our friends first. Nobody wants to talk to us. Just kidding. You locate a secluded area nearby where you should be able to study the Book of Rites. Through greater understanding comes the reader's influence. Hope. Presence. Woo. Onward. You arrive on the outskirts of Cinderroot, but once again the informant Sandalwood is nowhere to be found. You sense the hopes of your companions waning as you search through the area that yields nothing. Then something startles the little imp Tizo. Scrah! Tizo seems to be crying out in surprise. He spotted something. Or someone. A tall figure strides forward from the trees, making a sound like laughter. The imp charges towards him. And leaps right into the figure's arms. They embrace. Hail, Tizo. You look famished. Here. The tall sap produces... Oh, sap are tree-like creatures. Oh. I see. Produces something that the imp swallows immediately in great pleasure. The lone minstrel nods his head in affirmation. Everyone, I wish to introduce you to my client, Wolfred Sandalwood. It's been too long, Wolfred, sir. Too long indeed, Tarek. I trust your new companions bring out some color to your days. They do, sir. I think that you shall find them worthy of the Night Wings. The sap looks upon the lot of you. You cannot sense his thoughts. We shall see. Then he turns to you. You must be the reader. I'm certain that we all appreciate your efforts here, my girl, that we shall manage on our own from here on out. What? I was like, are they kicking me out? You're welcome to continue on with us, of course, so you are free to go. I trust you've been adequately compensated for your time. Thanks as well for looking after all of my books. You consider what to say to all of this. Insist on staying. You stand your ground, meeting Wolfred's steady gaze, and assert to him that you do not feel your commitments to and from this group have yet been satisfied. Hold on. Wolfred, sir, I'm Hedwin. My companions and I are the ones who answered your call. We followed the signs you left for us. Now we're here, thanks to you and also to this reader. Not just a reader, she is our friend, my friend. She's not disposable. We made her a promise and our freedoms are now intertwined. Wolfred smirks at this. Freedom's not something to be traded or exchanged, my boy. I'd hope that you'd have come to grasp this much by now. He breathes a sigh. It seems we started off on the wrong foot. It's not my wish to sour the occasion, for there's much to do. You have a right you need to get to, do you not? I'll come along, though shall not interfere, for it seems you have a kinship with this reader of yours. Now then, Tarek. Hi, Wolfred, sir? Come, let us have a chat. Of course, sir. Wolfred strides towards the black wagon which must have belonged to him. You sense many conflicting emotions among your companions. Time for the welcome party! No? No welcome party? Your wagon cuts through a clearing to arrive at the glade of blue, where the stars directed you. Wolfred nods his approval but leaves everyone to their devices. Oh, new book page. Emperor Myrrh. Scarcely could I recognize him when at last I found him. A half-starved animal, horns sprouted from his head, a bestial mirror of his blackened reputation, and I, a man who conquered countries, feared my emperor then in such a way as I had never known. My charge had been to slay this man, but when I discovered him, he was already fighting for his life. The little imp Hao provided of little help against the Sisters of the Arch, whose entire lives were culminating in this instant. I was unable to watch. My heart ached with such pity for the man, and for the love I felt for him when I had served him, that I sprang to his defense. Hey Baptiste, welcome back. How you been? As you approach Wolfred Sandalwood, you feel very much aware that you reside within his black wagon rather than he in yours. He studies you in silence for a time and then... Tarek, if you have a moment. Aye, Wolfred, sir, what is it? This reader, you deem her worthy by your estimation? The lone minstrel tilts his hat in your direction. If you wish my estimation, Wolfred, sir, then I do. Of course, it's not entirely for me to say, but I have seen this reader integrating with others well. I believe that her achievements are self-evident in having reached the Black Basin. Your instructions were deliberately difficult to follow, yet she and the others followed them. Indeed. Your words make sense as ever, Tarek. And what does little Tizo think of her, I wonder? Scrahahi! Tizo indicates that, as a matter of fact, he's happy to have you around. There you have it, sir. I see. He continues to examine you. High praise isn't oft spoken by those two, my girl. Nonetheless, I shall be watching you. Now pardon us, Tarek and I have matters to discuss. They leave without another word, although you think you notice the lone minstrel look your way over his shoulder. I got dismissed. Trying not to die from overwork? Yeah. Take care of yourself, Baptiste. Oh, hey you guys, I guess I didn't get the word out about this new franchise which we opened here just now, so give you a great deal, just tell your friends, okay? Oh, and hey there, Mr. Sandalwood. Good day to you as well, Ron. Right light. If the bearer's pyre is extinguished, it's instead restored by 5. Oh. I'm trying to save up for this one. I guess I'll sell this bark. Oh wait, actually wait, I want to buy your dust. Give me the dust. I buy this. Do you think this game has New Game Plus? Do all my talismans and stuff carry over? You and your fellow exiles arrived at the sacred site called Glade of Blue, and now look to the stars in the sky to signal the beginnings of the next rite. The woods about you bring a sense of tranquility you've not felt in some time, but then you notice one of the trees move. It shuffles towards you and regards you with an exaggerated bow. Well, goodness, by the roots of Luce Glorian, it would appear the rumors are correct. The Nightwings have returned. Oh, but where are my manners, One moment. The sap claws at his mask with his wispy fingers. Much better. Oh, he's got some locks up there, huh? H. Manly Tinderstoff at your service. Perhaps you've heard of me. He's a sycophant who seems certain he will land a position of high standing once he's free. My fellows and myself, you perhaps know us as the Chastity. We soon shall stand against you in the rights. For now I am just whiling away the time making small talk. Bacon hair. Yum. Now then, as I've introduced myself, your turns. To whom am I speaking? Then in your mind's eye you see Wolfred and hear his voice. Manly Tinderstroff is not to be trusted. Reveal neither yourselves to him nor me. Well? Beneath her mask, Dodariel stares back at him in silence. You suspect Wolfred's message may have reached every member of the group. Why now, how very rude indeed. Well fine, ignore me, but you do so at your own peril. Anyhow, once this evening's rite commences, any moment now, I'm afraid ignoring me won't be an option any longer. Oh, and now I do believe the sky is beginning to show. We shall have to chat again some other time. Now come along, come along. Manly bows again and wanders off into a clearing as the stars begin to burn. Exiles may choose from different masters each time they rise in. Yup.
Once again, the stars align themselves before you, reader. And here now at the Glade of Liu, I have to say, you've come so very far. There are those, such as your adversaries called the Chastity, who have toiled for this too. They know that with their freedom comes great opportunity. It could be yours instead. Please show the Chastity that the Nightwings are superior.
I wonder, oh honored Nightwings, how well you know these woods. Why, these woods would strangle you, and I'm afraid I could do little to stop them, even if I tried. You might do better to be aware of them. When Dodariel continues to ignore him, he grows upset. Why, you insolent! Then fine, let's begin the dance indeed. He shoves his mask back on in a huff. And allow me to thank you in advance for helping me return to my proper station in the Commonwealth. We cannot allow this man to win.
Who shall conduct this rite?
Gotta bring my girlfriend. We'll bring Mr. Zumi. Make me even faster.
Sir Gilman.
Ooh.
Joe Dariel.
Oh, Dario. He's got some green, she's got some green. We'll take Headwind, we haven't used him in a while. Actually, wait. Ah, go back. I want to change your thing. No, I can't. Okay.
It is done.
Let's show Volfred what we can do. Are you quite ready finally, oh Nightwings? May all those masks of yours ensure no harm should come to any of your lovely countenances. Now come along, let's give the stars a show. Huh? May I present to you Humboldt Manley Jr. Why, he is every bit my equal, and his boys I guarantee the Tinderstraff line shall have a bright, bright future. I will murder him. He goes on and on about his sapling for a while. This knight does not know about you, good Jodariel, but he has quite finished listening to that sap's idle blather. I could not agree more. Now isn't he just the most precious thing you've ever seen, The sapling is nothing but an extension of Manly. If he is banished, the sapling should cease to trouble you as well.
Manly and his offspring hold no small degree of influence within the Commonwealth, reader. There are many who would welcome his return, though none so much as he himself. This worm.
Get him!
A banishment.
In the end, Jody is the one for murdering people. Hey, get back here! Wait, let me do a murder.
A flame is stricken.
Okay, skate park! Oh ho, what's this? It seems the woods themselves are closing in upon our little soiree. Oh, do be careful now. These grasping roots and vines, they may not hold you in such high esteem as I. I wonder what Clark means by the collector. The tax collector?
Your adversary Manly is comfortable in this suffocating glade. Yet he longs now for the comfort of his Commonwealth estate.
His aura's even bigger than Jody's.
Ought to be reserved instead for you.
Ow.
Audacious, aren't we? Punishment for all.
Walk right into it.
That is how to snuff a flame.
Oh dear, the woods are closing in, uncomfortably close at that. Whatever shall we do? Perhaps if you just stand aside a while, we could put an end to this that much sooner. Hey, Dice! Good afternoon!
Remember
He's so fast.
everything which you hold dear.
Say, have any of you noticed how it's feeling rather crowded out here, Almost as if the 100 Minds himself resents you being here. Yes, I'd rather think that's it. Luce Glorian 100 Minds. Third of the 8 scribes of the Book of Rites, known as the wise or the philosopher. He's said to have fathomed every thought, and his wisdom flows through the river of his name. I see. If only there was a way to extend your aura. Bridget! I'll do the aura thingy, I'll do it. So cease with all your scaring about with that damned orb and let me handle this. Wow, this aura throw thing's pretty good. It's pretty good. That's some good stuff.
Both banished. Their flame has died.
You go ahead when you go. Yes, all by myself. Definitely with no help or suggestions from chat. Alright, you Nightwings, I've had it up to here with you. Or perhaps I've simply had it up to here with all these encroaching plants, these miserable things. Either way, I don't appreciate how you're ignoring me. I just hear wham, wham, wham.
The orb is up.
No one's got it in there.
The orb is loose.
Unleash the orb!
I'm very sad for the chastity.
No, 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 no! No! Sir Gilman!
Too bad for that orb.
I don't remember how
The
Gilman's
flame
works.
is stricken.
I think that's where you dash or something?
Good.
No! My boy!
You left yourselves wide open.
Run over, you cowards! Yay!
That was the last of them.
Oh, the last of them.
And it is done.
That's the
The
sequel to The
Nightwings
Last of
prevail
Us.
again. Their pyre burns whilst that of their adversaries is but ash. The rite is done.
Good, that imbecile of a sap. So much talk and hot air. We did it! One step closer, everyone. Well, my. Oh, worry not, oh Nightwings. I'm not angry with you, honestly. But I am very, 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 very disappointed. I thought perhaps that we had something going here between us. You scratched my back, I scratched yours and all. Instead, however, you decide to spit in my face. Fine. We'll have to see where all of your rudeness gets you. Now, ta-ta! I hate him.
Always is there greater knowledge to be gained.
I used to think the scribes were just stuff of stories, but all of this really is their doing, isn't it? He can move and pass the orb faster. They may instantly return banished allies by moving to where they fell. Let's go with this one. Zoom, zoom! Oh, he's close to level 1.
Until the next rite.
That was well done, my girl. I'm beginning to see why your companions vouched for you. Don't let it get to your head, of course. After busting the chastity in a solid performance, you return to your wagon to consider your next move. Yeah, pop, 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 pop. An adequate performance back there. Adequate? Yes, adequate, for the next part of our plan. Go, have your reader there consult the stars, see where they take you next. I'll give you a hint, it's further north, it's going to be high up. Did this knight hear you say high up? And it's going to be cold. We'll see, come on my friend, let's have a look outside then. That plan Wilfred mentioned, I just want you to know I don't know what he means. We're here because we're going to be free again, we won't be living out our days as exiles. That's the only plan as far as I'm concerned. Why am I being bopped? I will do a glub glub though. But there's always a catch, right? We'll see what Wilfred has to say. Anyway, I'll leave you to it. No matter what, we're getting closer thanks to you. To the heavens! Pretty! The golden star shines the brightest over the highest mountain in all of the downside. Oh, thank you for lurking, Dad! So now you see it for yourself. You're summoned to the north where looms Mount Elodiel, and at the very top, the Fall of Solian. Mount Elodiel is the sacred mountain on whose summit the rites were first conceived. Whether its summit is the downside's closest point to the Commonwealth or the farthest, none can say. The Fall of Solian is the temple at the highest point of the downside, and it honors the 8 scribes. We confirm the stars indicated this exactly. Wilfred, sir, how did you know? Wilfred smiles back at him, but you sense his thoughts, as though he is directing them at you.
I too can read, my girl.
He can speak English.
Forbidden though the words may be.
He turns back to Hedwyn. Your reader's skills, while rare, are not unique, but as I said, I'll let her do her job. I see that you have something special going here, which benefits the plan. What plan? I thought this was about our freedom. Oh, fear not, my boy, it is indeed. Did I hear the news? Which news? Plenty of time to tell you all about it on the way. For now, however, you look like you can use some rest. And for that matter, so can I, if you'll excuse me. Is she? I remember reading this morning that people were like... that people thought she was sick. I'm gonna check Reddit. Oh yeah. I guess so. I've never really paid any attention to any, like, royalty stuff. You sense your companions are exhausted from their recent travels. Given the road ahead, you agree it would be best to take the night to recover as much as possible. Nothing in here. At dawn, Wilfred is already up. He reveals to you a pathway through the woods, into the cold lands to the north, beyond which lies your next destination. Do you like the soundtrack? All of the Supergiant games have really good music. About their favorite boomers. Wilfred revealed this to be the one path through the woods into the north. You get clear of the woods at last and arrive in lands grown cold in the shadow of Mount Elodiel. You'll have to make it all the way up to the top. In a moment of respite... Is that what you say, respite? Wolfred calls everyone together to discuss matters pertaining to the rites and the plan to which he alluded. You banded together with a common faith that freedom from the downside is not impossible, am I correct? But let me ask you something. What does freedom even mean to you? Okay, see you, Darth. Have a good day at work. Thank you, I will. I'll have a good stream. Respite? Okay, thank you, Cricket. He looks in your direction as he asks, defying you to answer. You cannot sense his own thoughts on the subject and only know the truth of how you feel. Freedom means doing what you want, achieving inner peace, having no master, going where you please, feeling true love, living without fear, nothing at all. Doing what you want. You tell Wolfred that freedom means having choice. If you're able to do what you want, both physically and socially, then you are free. He considers your remarks for a short while. Choice is freedom, then, you say. If this is all, then you are free already. Go, my girl, do as you please. Nobody here is to govern you. I trust, however, that this is not the freedom that you have in mind. Perhaps you simply wish to return home and to be left alone. He then turns his attention to the whole group. Now let me tell you all what freedom means to me. Freedom means to live life without fear. To be able to indulge one's curiosities and passions, at least the ones that cause no harm to others, without the constant threat of judgment and reprisal. Freedom means not being made a criminal for what you know or whom you love, or what you choose to think or not think. He looks out towards the distant mountains. Within the next few days, your time in exile could come to an end. You could see the Commonwealth once more. And you would be exalted there, given the highest honor, the opposite of how you got here. But you would not be truly free, I think. At the least, you'd become complicit to an ancient system that would deign to cast down others such as yourself. It is a system whose well-intentioned founding principles have long been lost, and the 8 scribes, if they are out there still, have made quite clear that they shall not intervene firsthand. Transistor's really good, I enjoyed it. I hope you like it too. That is where you come in. He turns to you and everyone again, looking to each of you. Long have I wished to gather such a group, that together you might see that seeking freedom only for yourselves is too modest of a goal. You share a higher calling now. We will seek freedom for everyone! The plan then is this. We free each other from the downside through the rites, and we meet up on the other side. We organize. Each new moon at dusk, we join together at the Spiral Sanctum. We need as many of us there as possible. My agents on the other side shall explain the rest. The Spiral Sanctum is the burned-down remains of the old capital of the Commonwealth. The remains stand as a warning to those who would seek to spread forbidden knowledge. You're planning a revolt. Just so. I'm asking a lot. You do have other options. Deceit, however, is not one of them. The reader and myself, you know by now that we can see through it. But you need not be a part of this, nor is it in my interest to coerce you. You may go your own way if you wish. Live out your remaining days here like so many others. So if anyone among you prefers that, if you cannot see yourself continuing to strive together in the Commonwealth, as you're doing here, then speak now. Wolfred pauses for a time, examining each member of the group, but no one stirs. Very good. Some of you consider yourselves friends, some others not. But all of you are bound together through the rites and are integral to our plan. Remember that. Do you seek true freedom? You will not find it waiting for you in the Commonwealth. But together you can bring it about, both for yourselves and others. That is my promise. And he lets out a long breath. That's it. I ask you all to think on this, and let's reconvene along our journey to the summit. Wolfred turns towards the mountains, leaving you to consider what he said, and plot the wagon's northward plod. He's outrun Molotov. I can see that. Hey Shrey, hello. I've been good, how about you? Beyond lies Mount Elodiel. I suggest we make camp here at the base of the mountain, for we shall need our spirits and our strength to make the ascent. It's Celeste now. It's time for Headwind's trial. How very kind of you to visit me again like this, O lovely reader. For I was just standing about in the blackness of this void, thinking it would be most pleasant if something were to happen for a change. There was a long period of time that this incarceration of mine failed utterly to do anything but bring me peace of mind, not much of a punishment. I invite you to imagine an upbringing among the Sisters of the Arch, living on the outskirts of civilization, your days all full of training which could kill you or just cripple you for life. The Sisters of the Arch were an ancient band of killers, trained almost from birth to carry out their missions without fail. Hey J-Dog! Hello, hello! Ah! Ferocious roar! What have you guys been up to nowadays, huh? How do you suppose I lost my sight? Through glorious battle with the scribes, or in a careless sparring session with my master? But I've not forgotten enough just yet. In any case, at first I welcomed the prospect of not having to struggle every moment to survive. But in less than 2 centuries, why, I started to grow terribly bored. It did not help at all that the Nightwings of the early days were the stodgiest lot you could imagine, obsessed with obeying the book as strictly as they could. Some of them started to remind me of myself, I think, when I was young. Such idiots, a lot of them. But what am I saying, lovely reader? I shall not bore you further with such matters. I would have bored myself to death back then, if only I could die. Like so many other things, I think mortality is something oft taken for granted, until it's taken away. So given your mortality, let's say that we get back to business here. Here we go. How much should we give him? Put this one on him. Your pre-order return to Monkey Island? When does it come out? You asked Sandra to administer one of her special trials for Hedwyn. Oh, you must mean that nomad boy. So innocent, that one. I shall have a lot of work to do with him. Then let's bring him forth. Soon Hedwyn appears in heat of the summons. Hey, my friend, what's going on? Oh, a glove club. Thank you, Cricket. Thank you. Who's he up against? The apparition Sandra appears and unfastens her mask. Listen well, boy. You answer to me here. Understood. You are a fool. Do not talk back to me. Your reliance on your friends is such a burden upon them. Let us see what you can do without their aid, save for that of your lovely reader there. The 19th of September? Not too long then. Monkey Island? Is that a point-and-click adventure game? Or am I thinking of something else? Alright, let's go! And they have a whole team. That was short-lived. Ow. It is point and click? Okay, gotcha. I like point and click adventure games, but I haven't played that series before. That's a series, right? There's other ones in it? Nice. They stay dead for a while. The little guy's too fast. I don't think Hedwyn's gonna win this. No! Oh my god, I'm dead. Boo! Boo, Headwind, boo! That did not go well. Pitiful. The nomad boy is all spark and no fire. I would tell you not to waste my time, boy, but the truth is that my time is there for you to waste. Summon me when you're feeling more prepared. Alright, take 2. Not boo the boy. Oh, I boo him. Got him. Nah. Wait, how did that guy come back to life down there? Got him! Finally! Oh, frig. No, 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 no! I don't got it! I want to change his talisman. I think I have to leave to change it. Alright, let's give him the speedy one. Maybe that would help. Make you fast. Like Sonic. Huh? What did I do? That's the wrong thing. Another opportunity to shame that idiot nomad. Let's get to work. She's not very nice. nice. You yelled at me. You yelled at me for booing Headwind. Oh boy, oh boy. No. You need to die. Why is he just standing there? What are they doing? I don't understand. Okay. Sure. Dagnabbit. Their team has two really fast people. That one really isn't good at anything. I found the controls, I did. Yep. Doesn't change the fact Headwind sucks. It's my fault because I don't level him. At least I think they're not too nice. Dang it! Why are sports so hard? There's some points. Oh, mutual destruction. Let's not just murder JD, I have to also put this ball on the goal. I think the best way to make online friends is if you play games. Most of my online friends I played. Like MMOs and stuff. Alright, Headwind, it's time for a training montage. Bum, 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 bum. Bum, bum, bum. Earlier, Volfred called for a group meeting, presumably to reveal his plan in more detail. Instead, he reveals some bad news. Wait, what are you saying?
Vistare daste.
What I'm saying, my boy, is that while you can indeed get yourself out of here, it can't be all of you at once. We earn our way back one by one or not at all. But I swore that we'd go free together.
Cebrale servas.
We may go free together yet, but it's going to take time, and this is only the first phase. You head when and the others exchange glances.
Bendale dantas.
Let me make this plainer for you still. Here's how the coming days are going to unfold. First, we're going to ascend Mount Elodiel, there to the north. You may not think this wagon's fit for it, though rest assured it's made the journey many times. Next, we'll pass through Scribe's Gate. Only the worthy pass through there, as your reader could attest, if she did not merely skim that chapter of the book. Scribe's Gate. The judgment of the scribes determine who can cross and who is sent the fast way down. Afterwards, we'll reach the fall of Solium and meet our adversaries in the rites. They are to be the Tempers, led by the demon Ignarius. You'll know him when you see him.
Cerebrametaros.
Both you and they shall choose someone from your respective ranks. Then, once one of the triumvirs prevails, there somebody will be whisked home to the Commonwealth. Whisked home to the Commonwealth?
Maderusat.
Precisely. Once returned, our somebody's taken and clothed and fully pardoned. The Commonwealth knows about all this. The same Commonwealth that says a sentence into exile is forever, and freedom from the downside is impossible.
Lorigas entrave.
Many of these details the scribes themselves wish to be kept secret. Former exiles and the leaders of the Commonwealth alike have good incentive to protect these secrets as well. So then that's it. We climb the mountain, someone goes back, and everyone else stays?
Geresama rictus.
For most of those participating in the rites, yes, that's it. But I like your connotation, and indeed for us that isn't it, if at all. If any one of us returns, it should be just a step along our path. However, let's let that sit for now. Gather your strength. We'll talk again on our way up. Fulford leaves the rest of you to consider what he said. You have time now for your vocations. At dawn, you shall begin your ascent of Mount Elodiel. Who wants to talk to me? It's Tree Man. There you are, my girl. There was something which I wanted to discuss with you in private. Fulford stares at you rather intently as if reaching out to you, and then...
Shemtage amitas.
You do know what it means to be a reader? Those such as we. We are not limited to reading pages from a book. Though your ability in this I sense is nascent? Still, mere flashes uncontrollable. I see as well now that they haven't told you yet, your friends, and that explains a lot. They haven't told you readers such as you cannot go free. I'd wondered why you would insist on pressing onward with this group in light of this. The answer then was plain, you simply did not know or fully realize. They probably didn't know either. They did not deceive you, by the way. There's no reason they would know themselves other than Tarek, who shall not influence your thinking in such matters. Rather, I'd expected, when at first we met, that you already knew the truth of this from having read the passages in the Book of Rites, which states it plain. Only those who shall conduct the rites firsthand shall walk the path toward enlightenment, and become eligible to regain their freedom. Nascent. Thank you, Cricket. Perhaps you have not gotten to that part just yet. Fulford breaks free from you and looks at you again. Then he speaks to you as normal. It's plain that you are not in adequate condition to conduct the rites, and this group values you as reader. I wish only to ensure that you understand what you're getting into here. Despite whatever hopes and dreams and promises might have been shared, I do not think the rites can help you return, if that's what you had in mind. So once again, I invite you to depart, and I will see to it that you're compensated. Do not misunderstand. If it's your wish to remain, then you're welcome. But this journey we are on, it has no guarantees. Not for you, nor any one of us. Do you understand? You understand there's more at stake here than your freedom. You've learned in life to keep your expectations low and tempered. Understand. Yet just the same, you choose to carry on. There's more that you wish to achieve on this journey than a freedom for yourself. No, it's helpful. Thank you, Cricket. I admire that, my girl. Then very well. Know that we have much at stake here, in this anyway. Much more than just a shot at getting back to that Commonwealth which cast us down here to begin with. He's a huge pipe. It sounds like you intend to stick around, then we'll have lots more time to chat as we ascend the sacred mountain in the coming days. Until then. He strides out of the wagon then, leaving you with your thoughts. Ah! Ferocious roar. It's time to climb. What are these floaty thingies? Here before you lies Mount Elodiel, stretching far beyond your line of sight. Somewhere upon the mountain lies the only place from which you can escape the downside. Your companions gather round again before Volfred, who stands tall as ever. Whether from the cold air or the subject now at hand, you sense tension in the air. Now then, you all have many questions, no? I've done a lot of talking, so go on, ask away. But there's only silence. One question stands out in your mind, which you refrain from asking yet. If only one of you is to go free at first, who shall it be? Go on now, don't be shy. Who first? Questions. Why us? Why you indeed, madame? That I can explain. You've seen the sort you stand against as adversaries in the rights. What is it that they want, do you suppose? They want their freedom back, of course. They'll settle for it on the Commonwealth's own terms. They'll gain their freedom and some cushy new responsibilities. Perhaps they'll have a hand in sending some more exiles down here to join us. Think on it, the Commonwealth rose from the ashes of a fallen empire, thanks to the efforts of the first exiles who escaped this place via the rights. It is the Commonwealth's first and proudest tradition to honor those ones who live to redeem their transgressions. They have a certain wisdom, do they not? But as for you, I've been looking for a certain set of dispositions for a good length of time. All I needed was for somebody appropriate to show up and to listen. So I planted many little eyes and ears throughout this land, whispering hints of this, absurd as it may sound. It took someone with a certain faith and creativity to go for it. That someone proved to be Hedwin over there. He was tasked with seeking 2 trustworthy allies, an old buried wagon and a reader. He was invited to bring others for the ride, all different sorts, gather enough help, and he and his friends could be free. Long story, but you know much of the rest, so then why you? Because I have reason to believe you're not the sort to play right back into the Commonwealth's old hand. The rights that you've seen are quite exclusive. There are imposters in this little party. You could be the ones to break it up. Now then, more questions. Your head is beginning to spin. You can excuse yourself or keep listening. Volfred's explanations are a lot to take in, though you feel compelled to absorb much of what he is willing to tell you at this point. He prompts for further questions when Jodariel raises her voice again. Hold, you mistook my meaning. I understand your plan, still I wish to know. Why us? Why are we among all others chosen for this liberation rite? Ah, I see. Well, but that is simple, really, madame. You are chosen, you are qualified, I should say, because as the expression goes, 'tis what the scribes ordain, though in this case the expression is quite literally true. When the 8 created the rites, each one of them anointed certain other exiles to participate on their behalf, exiles who showed the promise of redemption. The triumvirates they formed have stood the test of time, replenishing their numbers as their individuals moved on or passed on. You've met them as they are today, the accusers, the withdrawn, and so on. The 8 scribes also formed a special group, against which all others would be judged. That group they called the Nightwings. You bear their books, wear their masks and raiments. Raiments? Cricket, tell me how to say this word too. You need but show up to the rites, you see, the others erstwhile jockey for position for a chance to take you on. Yeah, well, what if we don't? What if we don't show up? Then you would deny yourselves a chance at freedom, and deny it also to your adversaries. Raiments. Thank you. Victory means nothing in the common rite then. Participation's all that matters? Not so, madame. Only the enlightened may regain their freedom. While failures can be an excellent teacher, the scribes do favor the victor. So you see, those who do not conduct the rites, or do not prevail in them sufficiently, they may find themselves barred from the liberation rites. But these are technicalities. The Nightwings disbanded years ago. Since then, no one has gone free. Yet still the other triumvirates pressed on, with fleeting hope that one day you'd be back. Yeah... We're lucky to be the Nightwings. It's been a heavy price to pay in all of this. Now, if you'll excuse me, we'll talk again some other time. Some murmur to themselves about all this as Volfred takes his leave. Others Reconnoiter? Pathways leading up to the mountains and present you with some options. I know it's reconnaissance. Reconnoiter? Emperor's Ascent. Emperor's Fall. I mean, ascending sounds better. Faye believes that the 8 scribes will bless whoever goes through here. Hamatha expects some long-lost valuables to be stashed here. So this is probably a temporary buff, I would think? And then this is a valuable you can sell? It's probably not a permanent buff. You joined Hamath on her brief expedition to find anything of value dropped by those who tried to scale the mountain but did not succeed. Wait, I shall be joining you. What, now I get 2 chaperones? But sure, I'm game. Whatever you wingless are into. Be a silent, little bird, and fetch those trinkets and be done. My, so full of bitterness. You really ought to make the most of these last precious moments that we share. And you ought not to mince your words. Do I want to disappoint my daughter? Cricket! Oh please, we all know you're going to be the first one out of here, so why not quit your constant frowning for a change? I, the first one out of here? Of course, it's plain the others pity you. You've been here longer than the rest of us by far. Besides maybe that Volfred, though he seems plenty happy to be here making his speeches. How dare you? How dare you presume? Nothing is decided as of yet. Oh, no doubt, no doubt. Though if by some coincidence you do end up selected for the honor, I just want you to know something. I truly from the bottom of my heart do hope we shall prevail on your behalf. Because that way you shall be free, of me at least, and I in turn shan't have to suffer any longer your hideous attitude toward me and everything. At that you intervene. Jodariel's eyes burn with fury, but then she calms herself. I shall see you at the wagon, Raider. Hamatha scoffs as Jodariel storms off. I swear that one. Well, moving on, there's something sparkling down here. Be right back. She swoops out of sight, leaving you there on the mountain. Hamatha soon returns with something that lay long forgotten in the rocks below. A luminous idol. Oh, it's a talisman! After grasping the orb, the bear instantly recovers all stamina. That's pretty cool. Temple High Road. Headone wants to see the view. Sir Gilman wishes to look upon the sacred waters. Sacred waters? Sounds like a hot spring. Hot spring, hot spring. I will bathe in these sacred waters. That's not blasphemous, is it? At long last! The worm surges towards the waters of the cistern. You decide to join him for a brief excursion there after another hard day's ride. You find him in a shallow pool, appearing very much contented. This night, he thought he may never again feel fresh water's cool caress against his scales. He sighs, splashing about from time to time. Then he turns his attention over to you. You, Master Reader, are most kind to take with you this wayward knight. He swears to prove himself to you and to the rest. He knows that soon now someone may go free. He knows the choice of whom may weigh upon you heavily indeed. For it is you who ought to make the choice, is that not so? This night he heard it from the others, so it must be true. Now listen, please, upon what little honor this knight has. This knight's penance isn't yet complete. There's much atoning to be done. So when rises the occasion to decide who ought to go free, this knight wants you to know something. Please do not choose him, not even if you wish, and not even if you can. He begs of you, allow this knight that simple dignity. With that, Sir Gilman sinks into the waters. His tail waves to you to leave him be for now. Consider his wish. Oh. So grateful is this knight for such a glorious occasion that he's giving strong consideration to performing here and now the forbidden dance of the Sea Dominion. He moves faster when he doesn't have allies, and he has infinite stamina. That's nice. Once per round when saluting his adversaries, he freezes all exiles. That's cool too. I wonder how long for 3 seconds is. That might be enough to go get it in the from the goal, I think. Who's gonna be freed? I don't know. It says the scribe's pass will tell me. So I don't think I get to pick necessarily. Not from the full pool. You and your companions gather at Scribe's Gate, where the single narrow trail to the summit narrows even more, and falls under an archway carved of stone. Come along now, everyone, and be prepared to speak your mind when you're called. Frankly, most of you still lack enlightenment, but we may pass together much how we act as with a single heart and mind during the rites. Well then, lead onward, Tarek. Please, follow me. Removing his hat, the lone minstrel approaches the gate. You and all the others follow. When the last of your companions near the arch, you notice someone standing high above, who then appears before you. She eyes the lone minstrel first. Is that you, Tarek? It is. Greetings, Celeste. We are going to Mount Celeste! Oh no. That came out bad. She watches over Scribe's Gate and seems to be connected to the lone minstrel on the rights. And how was your rest? Too long, Celeste. It seems your work has piled up in the meantime. You bring this many to the gate? Aye. Then let us make this quick. She gestures towards the rest of you. Thank you, Lycander. Now each of you in turn state who you are and what you seek while crossing Scribe's Gate. Do as she says, please, without questioning. Your fellow exiles exchange glances, but quickly comply. I'll start. They call me Headwind the Deserter. I've come here seeking freedom for myself and my companions. In my case, so I can return to be with the one whom I love. There's no water spray emote. I do have a bop. The woman bids him forward. The lone minstrel prompts Ruki to speak up next. I am regarded by the name of Ruki Greentail. I just want to get out of here, I guess, with my chums preferably. Go see Mama back home. I am Captain Jodariel. I do not truly know as yet what I'm seeking here. Oh, my name is Faye, and I'm here, I think, because the scribes have called to me. It must be them, because if not, then who? Squeak! Tiazo seeks to live up to the Nightwing legacy and maybe see the Commonwealth someday. Sir Gilman of the Sea Dominion, at your service. This knight is on a quest to find his honor. He lost it at a certain point. Hamatha Thane, I'm only here because my sister's here. Then as Volfred steps forward, the one called Celeste raises her voice. You, I recognize you from the Nightwings of the past. You are not clad in the raiments any longer. I would know why. I had my chance already. The Nightwings that now stand before you, I travel with them as a pilgrim now. I see, then state why you are here, as the others. My name is Volfred Sandalwood. I seek liberty for each of us, so that one day we may all stand shoulder to shoulder on the other side, and bring our freedom to the people there. She waves him by. Then she turns to you, for there's no one left to go. I'm a crippled scholar. I'm an old farmhand. I'm a war orphan. I do not know who I am. You cannot for the life of you recall a time before arriving in the downside. Details of the Commonwealth are scarce within your mind. Perhaps you want to forget the place. The one called Celeste continues to examine you, expecting you to add to your response. I want to help my friends. I fight for my friends. And by fight, I mean read. I read books for my friends. The companions you've met here who have helped you to survive and to find kinship in the downside, your priority is to ensure that they achieve their goals. That's all you wish, for now. The woman regards you for a time, then nods once and waves all of you by. The 8 scribes bid the Nightwings welcome here. Go forth with glory. And Tarek. I, Celeste? Be on your way as well. The lone minstrel bows his head and puts his hat back. He does not look back at her. Well, I guess they let us all through. In that case, I free the one I like the least. From the top of Mount Elodiel, you can see the distant downside before you. You think on the many thousand leagues you cross to reach this point as the sky grows dim. Who wants to talk to me? Jody! Jodariel appears to be prepared for whatever's to come this night. Though it's not yet dark, she's already in her raiments. Hedwyn soon joins her, also looking ready. Any sign of Ruki? None as yet. Complained about chafing at the collar of his mask. Our freedom might be hinging on that collar, then. I'm certain that it is. They share a laugh together. The three of you exchange glances, but nothing is said or needs to be said. Soon, if Wolfred's to be believed, one of your companions may regain his or her freedom. Hey, what'd I miss? Am I late? Is it starting? Is it starting yet? Easy, Rookie. We got a little time. It isn't starting yet. How fare your struggles with your mask, Greentail? Feeling a lot better, thanks. Just had to smash it repeatedly against the wall for a little bit. Put some of the old nerves to bed there for good measure. Though this is really happening, huh? One of us might be getting out of here, like, soon. By dawn, in fact, if all goes well. If all goes well, that's one way to look at it, I guess. What are you getting at, Greentail? Well, it's just, we might be breaking up the band here, people. If one of us gets out, that's been bugging me for a while now. I thought we all were getting out of here at once. He shoots a look at you. Some of us, we might not be getting out of here at all. Hedwyn slams his fist against the wall. No, not if I can help it. We made a promise to each other, each of us, the four of us. We're all getting out of here. I care about the others too, I do. We've been here from the start. I want you to know my promise is to you, and I believe you'll do the same for me. So it's like this, if any one of us gets out, great, but it's just a start. We're going to do whatever it takes there on the other side to make it so the rest of us can get back too. What, you think they're going to build a bridge down here if we ask nice or something? I don't know what it's going to take, I just know we have to try. Jodariel returns to you. Reader, we shall find a way. She nods to reassure you and to reassure herself. Ruki nods his head in turn, and Hedwyn's gaze never once falters. Well, my friends, I think it's just about time. Let's go. One by one, they turn towards the door. The fall of Solium waits. A vital step in your quest for freedom, yet you feel in your heart that it shall only be the first. Oh, +1 hope. River frost. So cold it can burn the skin, but keeps the wagon cool and food fresher longer. The imp Halib and I, we helped to save my emperor, and when the danger did subside, my emperor Solium he said something to me, which shook me to the essence of my being. He said, "You gave your freedom, Master Golathanian, so that I may yet have mine. You too now are an exile of the downside. In all the days which I have left, I never could repay the mercy you've shown me. So if I cannot do so in this life, then I shall do it in the next." We crossed the land together, and together with the imp, we gained the company of those who saw in him what I did. Why is it shiny? Shopping? Hey guys, just so you're aware and all, I know how come you're here. How come you made it all the way up here? Oh, I know, alright. You're here 'cause I got the lowest prices and all the downside, am I right? And some of the new stuff I got in stock, you're gonna get a whole lot of value there, an awful lot. Scribe snuff? Unlearn any masteries and choose again. That's probably a good thing to hold on to. Oh, but then I'm so poor. Oh, nice. That's one of them scribe snuff thingers there, huh? One dab of those little guys and you'll be like, woo! Know what I mean? They're pretty popular, but I got my connections, and they got their connections, and they got their connections, and they got plenty more of those. So just come and see me and Dad here later on. We ought to have one of those back in stock. Give me the good stuff. Oh, it's expensive. I wanna buy the things. It's max level! I didn't know it would max out. Oops. And that one can't be leveled. I'm gonna buff my girlfriend. You guys take care, okay? And thanks for doing business. Commence deliberation! Is everyone prepared, Hedwin? Yes, though several of us have another question that's been troubling us. You need but ask. You said that one of us is going to return to the Commonwealth if we defeat the Tempers and the Rights this night, but what happens if we fail? Hedwin, my boy, don't you see? The path to freedom and the path to enlightenment are one and the same. Do you intend to stray from the path? No. Then you have nothing to fear. But let me be much more upfront with you. Should you be defeated by the Tempers this night, then one of them shall end up going free instead of one of you. It's as simple as that. What then is to be done? The very same as if we achieve victory. We await our next such opportunity and make the most of it. Tonight our plan is set in motion. Revolution! The plan's current probability of success is 16%? Oh, got some numbers in here. We are united in our cause. We should look as ever towards the stars for guidance and seize upon our future chances just as they arise. So look up, my boy, and set aside your doubts. It's time to take great strides along the path. The music got intense.
Many years have passed since last the Nightwings gained the summit of the sacred mountain and stood upon the fall of Solium. You are to be commended for your guidance, reader.
Yes, commend me.
But only if you can prevail in this liberation rite. Here you stand to gain much more than some enlightenment. Your adversaries are none other than the Tempers. I trust they need no introduction. Soon, one among you shall regain their freedom.
The pyres burn and each of the triumvirants is present and prepared. I concur, the pyres burn and each of the triumvirants is present and prepared. An anointed one of the Tempers, come forth now and declare yourself, and pay any respects you have unto your adversaries, the Nightwings. A massive demon swaggers into view. He reaches for his mask. He has a pompadour! Pompadours are always funny. You know who I am already, but look what we got here. The damn Nightwings decided to show up. Almost figured we were never gonna see the light of day again. He takes notice of someone in your ranks. Hey, you! He indicates Jodariel. She scoffs back at him. Lose the mask. Ain't seen one of our own in ages, not in these damn robes. Jodariel's hesitation is almost imperceptible before she moves to remove her mask, just as her adversary asks, satisfied? Whoa, you must be new. Jodariel soon puts her mask back on. Enough talk. Huh, I like you, curly horns. Tell you what, once we put out your lights, you come along with these guys. We're gonna have a spot open. Only shame is I ain't gonna be around to show you a good time. Ew. I should rather cut out my tongue. Oh, you don't mean that. Our kind got to stick together. Now come on! Ignarius throws his mask back on Ignarius throws his mask back on as his allies snarl at the rest of you. Ash and Cole plus 30 to their pyre! Have the Nightwings reached a decision on whose behalf they shall conduct this rite? The lone minstrel gets your attention in a subtle way. Reader, this is it. The first companion whom you choose shall be anointed to go free this very night if you prevail. The other two in the triumvirate shall lend their aid. As you know, only the most enlightened in the rites are eligible to go free. Not all among you may be ready yet. Now, Nightwings, I would have your decision.
Who most deserves their freedom?
Hedwin, Jodariel, Rookie. Gilman. I can't send Gilman. He just really asked me not to. I take this back. Goodbye, Edwin. Goodbye. Well, actually, I have a question. If someone graduates and they have a talisman, do I get the talisman back? I don't want them to steal the talisman from me, you know? Because some games do that. You know, they're graduating from basketball school, basketball camp. This is basketball camp. I do keep it? Okay, I better. I better. Jodario, you get this as a treat. No, I need money. You get that. Rookie. We'll bring Rookie with us. And you'll have this so you can do major zoomies. Goodbye, Headwind. Goodbye.
Headwind.
If you insist. Then the Gate Guardian looks upon you and your adversaries. Very well then. Under the watch of the 8 scribes, here are the stakes of this eve's liberation rite. Should the Nightwings prevail, the one called Headwind the Deserter shall be liberated. Should the Tempers prevail, the exile Ignarius shall go free instead. She then turns to you. Now, who among the Nightwings shall complete your triumvirate? To strive alongside Headwind the Deserter and see to his return in glory.
Who shall strive for him?
Very well, let's prevail here and see this through. You gotta send the original 3, don't you? They're like BFFs. You gotta. Hey, sure, no pressure, right, sister?
Very well.
The 8 scribes accept your choices, reader of the Nightwings. She then indicates to the lone minstrel. Now, are you yourself prepared, Tarek? Aye, Celeste. Then let us all begin. Nightwings! Been waiting an awful long time to get out of this hole. Try and stop me.
Commence.
No, my girlfriend! No! Bad. I know, we finally get another vocal piece. Frig! Go, Rookie, go! That a boy. Destroy them! Oh no! Jody! Dang it!
Just taken.
No!
Wow.
Yes! Not a girl.
There.
Yay!
Sublime. Your pyre
Clark, what is the
burns
collector?
brighter
Oh, gotcha. Holy. Oh, wait. Wait, what? Teeth? Oh,
A
frig.
decisive blow. This
The
is
dentist?
the road to ruin. Glory to the scribes.
Hey, your little blue campfire over there, it's starting to look a little thin, isn't it? Those chumps, they're rustier than you are. Just don't let on. They know who's number one. Let's keep it that way. You Nightwings ain't as tough as everybody says. Unless you're saving for something for me. Come on, show me what you got.
The demon whom you face was once a man. Long since tainted by the downside. Or rather by his crimes. Perhaps his absolution such a display.
Yeah, I would like your basketball advice, please. It's not going good.
And there it is at last. The Templars proved their worth. Yes. The Nightwings, on the other hand.
Well, this means I don't have to say goodbye to
Thus
anybody, right?
ends the liberation rite.
I could restart the right. I don't want to fail my people. What's your advice, Clark?
Who most deserves their freedom? Headwind. Who shall strive for him?
But I want the advice! I want the advice!
mighty.
Chivare. Consil volunta Loriga.
Let's try again.
Commence.
But then won't I free less people? Going better. Oh, I got so close. You good-for-nothing Nightwings. Skip out for years and years and then show up all of a sudden like gonna let somebody out for a month. But now we gotta work for it, I guess. Damn it, I used to be the best. And this at least, or at this at least, but now, pressure's getting to me. Can't believe it's getting to me. Oh, Moira, I doubt you'd even recognize me anyway. Come on, Nightwings, let's see you keep this up.
Resplendent.
Resplendent.
That was the last of them. That ought to wake you up.
They jump further.
Thoroughly banished.
I'm just gonna start zooming up to them when they have the ball.
Plunged into their pyre. Once more like that, and we are finished here. Well cast. And there it is.
Yay! Go Nightwings!
The Nightwings proved their worth.
Go Nightwings!
As for their adversaries, they did not. Thus
That was not
ends
first
the
try.
liberation rite. And thus the scribes have chosen. The exile appointed by the Night Wings shall be free, absolved of all misdeeds,
Do I get his backstory
return
now?
to glory in the Commonwealth. His adversary and all others shall remain to carry out their rightful sentences.
God, what a joke. We should have had this. You should have had this. Got all rusty. You've been waiting so damn long. Damn it. Damn it. Nightwings. Be seeing you around, I guess. And next time you ain't gonna be so lucky. I'm psychic now. We did it. Then I guess that means I have to go. I broke my vow to her that we'd all go free together. Reader, my friend, why would you do this? Will you ever forgive me? Vikani, wait for me. Wait for me. Someone for whom Hedwyn cares deeply. They were separated in the Commonwealth. He remained silent for a moment longer then. Listen to me, all of you. I will not forget this. If there's anything at all that I can do back on the other side to help the rest of you, then I'm going to find it and I'm going to do it. Ah, thank you for following, Picante. And at the very least, I will do everything I can to make sure that by the time more of you come join me back at home, it'll be a better place for all of us. Look, I don't have long now, so just thank you, all of you. I won't forget this. Then he plunges out of sight into the shimmer pool. His voice is audible, but growing faint. It's happening. Goodbye, my friends. Reader, everyone, goodbye. Until we see each other. May he return in glory.
Godspeed, Hedwyn.
He's going
The eight
up.
scribes are ever merciful. By their grace, the cycle of the rites may soon commence again. The eight scribes gave their freedom so that we
When you
may
send
get
someone along, you
have
don't remember them
ours.
anymore? I thought if I liberated someone, maybe I would get to see their crimes and stuff. Because you can look at their bios. And it has like a crime section. After your victory over the Tempers and the Liberation Rite, you return to your wagon to decide how to proceed from here. I'm going to miss that guy. It is quieter now, but we'll see Hedwyn again if we persevere. Our journey has now begun in earnest. We'll just need to make a few last preparations while we're here. Wait, what about the stars? They don't seem to wait around for us. About that, reader, go see for yourself. The night sky over Mount Elodiel is much darker than you would have expected. Your thoughts are with Hedwyn as you look towards the heavens. You search and search the sky, but in vain. No stars are shining now. The stars revealed nothing, did they not? You confirm his suspicions. It's as the book foretells. This is the chance we need to make ready for what lies ahead. There's a haven south of here we'll travel to at dawn, and when the stars decide to shine for us again, we'll be ready. Mark my words. Okay, so actually for the characters I'm least interested in. Hedwyn used to do most of the cooking, but now... Following Hedwyn's liberation, you find Volfred smoking his pipe, his eyes averted. He looks up and smiles as you approach. Hello, my girl. Excellent work back there. Thank you for your perseverance. Though I was just reflecting on how very fortunate I've been in all of this. Not just me, but really, all of us who had a chance to stand with Hedwyn here. Ours is admittedly a somewhat desperate plan. It is vital to me should the Nightwings rise again, that it be under proper care and guidance. I was just thinking how well Hedwyn served in that capacity. Whatever is to be the outcome of all this, no doubt his presence shall be missed. My agents and I, we were unsure of him at first, a common boy like that, completely unacquainted with the rights. But in the end, I felt that he was worth a shot, someone like him, sincere, determined, with loyal friends and desperate to get home. Those qualities spoke volumes. And he fell silent for a time. I have every faith that he shall strive on our behalf now in the Commonwealth, and it is my hope that he yet finds the one he sought. You and Volfred speak a little more of Hedwyn for now. You're left wondering what shall become of him in the Commonwealth. Good morning, my girl. The place I noted earlier, let me illuminate the way. But if I don't free people, then the plan won't succeed, I assume. Volfred leads you all into a calm and quiet clearing, tucked away inside one of the mountain's hidden folds. All about you see a variety of strange items and equipment. Bide your time. You find Volfred seemingly lost in thought, but then he turns to you. Greetings, reader. This wagon and I, we've many memories together, and I could not help reliving some of them just now. I suppose some aspects of my past may be of relevance to you given your role. If there's something that you wish to know, you need but ask. You ask Volfred about his past in the Commonwealth, and how it is he came to be in the downside. How rather forward of you, my girl. Most whom I've met during my travels here have been reluctant to approach the subject of one's history before one's exile. Nonetheless, I am happy to tell you. As a reader, I assume you're familiar with the stamping press. I owned and operated one. I took issue with the Commonwealth, the ban on literacy, the interminable wars against the high-wing remnants. I swear the truth about it all with my machine. Good night, J-Dog. Sleep well. Under pseudonym, of course. Still, I knew I was putting myself at risk, and sure enough, my stamping press was eventually discovered and burned to the ground. I, however, managed to elude capture for a while. But not for long enough. Here on the downside, I chanced upon the Nightwings, who were searching for a reader. In that respect, my past, I think, is similar to yours. Anyway, that is the long and the short of it. Now then, was there anything else? You expressed interest in knowing more about how the Nightwings came to be here, and Volfred's past connection to the group. I've been connected to the Nightwings almost since the beginning of my days in exile. They found me in a manner, as I understand, quite like how Hedwyn and the others found you. Back then, it was a smaller group than we have now. I joined an exile called Arisa, and another known as Orlek. I see. Interesting that they make art for them. Once in a while, we let little Tizo stand with us as well. He's rather older than he looks. The other triumvirates we stood against, they feared us. Only the Templars presented any threat to us in any given right. But there was a terrible accident. Arisa, we lost her, and Orlek, he was my friend, he fell from Mount Elodiel. We lost him as well on the night when he was to be free. We were reckless, hasty, and I was powerless to stop any of it. I blame the race themselves, the circumstances that put us into danger. They're definitely still alive. The downside has claimed many lives, yet this, it was too much. I vowed never again to don the mask and raiments. I had the black wagon cleared and buried such that it could not be used again. If the Nightwings would rise again, it would be under different circumstances, under new leadership, and toward a different purpose. That is all I wish to say of this, my girl. You asked Volfred about his history with the lone minstrel, whom he seems to know quite well. Tarek was there with the Nightwings when they took me on. His manner has always been much as how you've seen. Although he is somewhat more cheerful now than I recall back then, if you can believe that, I think our plan has sparked a little fire in him. He serves the Rights in the Nightwings. I tried to ask him of his past before, but he seems rather reluctant to speak of it. Though it's plain to see that he is not from around here. This being the downside, I respect his wishes for some privacy. Nonetheless, although I do not know too much of him, I count him as a friend. I lost track of him for some time, though it was he who first informed me that the Nightwings had returned. He and Tizo were instrumental in our meeting. It's been good to see him doing relatively well. Anyway, was there anything else you wish to talk about? You thank Wilfred for his time and bid him a good rest of the afternoon.
Tashtaje ligaratus.
Likewise to you, reader. Be well. Must touch things. Oops. So all of this stuff I have to unlock by talking to him throughout the game?
Simadaret.
Everyone, the amenities are modest here at the Moonlight Alcove, but I suggest that you get comfortable. We may be here for some time.
Namorente.
As for myself, I have some business to attend to. Please leave the wagon in my care for now. It should be ready for when you need it next. The mountaintop, you can see all across the downside. Its impossible expanse staring back at you. The thought occurs to you that you may never see another land besides it. And so you and your companions wait upon the mountaintop in quiet solitude, anticipating when the cycle of the rites begins to turn again. Then you shall have another opportunity to free one of your own. You may earn back their freedom one by one. Many moons pass. Then one evening... May I have a moment, reader? The lone minstrel finds you poring over the Book of Rites, as has been your leaning through your stay at this abode. Begging your pardon, but there's something you may wish to see. Please follow me. You follow him into the cold night. Look forth, reader, madame. The stars shine like you've never seen. Once more the path towards salvation is revealed, but now something is different. Multiple? Each prior time you searched the stars, they showed you a single path, but now several rites availed themselves to you at once. Henceforth, you may choose from several different rites. Challenge the withdrawn, that's the witches. Pyre hearts. I wanna fight the doggies! The stars urge that we go to the Spring of Jomur, a long way off. Wolfred, sir, how are we to reach the Spring of Jomur in due course of time? You know full well, Tarek, preparations are complete. You think you see the lone minstrel smile ever faintly, but cannot be sure. Please ask the others to gather their belongings, rest, and then assemble the wagon there at dawn. We shall be departing at that time. As you will, sir. The cycle begins anew. As the years advanced, you'll find there ought to be fewer rites this time, until once more we have to traverse the Scribe's Gate. Exactly how many it's difficult to say, but our next chance at liberty ought to present itself much sooner than before, so let's be ready for it. Now then, see you in the morning, reader. Your companions have not traveled far from Moonlight Alcove. Word of the news soon spreads throughout the group. Next morning, Wolfred calls everyone together before the black wagon. This old wagon is more than it appears. With Bertrude's aid, it escorted you across the sea to me. Now it shall escort us anywhere the stars require. Come and see. Oh, hey Alice, thank you for the read. Welcome, readers. I'm Fangy. I'm a shapeshifting cryptid, and we're playing Pyre. It's by the people that made Bastion. Let me do a shout out real quick. What are you up to today, Alice? Ferocious roar. There's new things to look at. Something has changed about the wagon's interior. What looked before to be old cracks and signs of age now expose various intricate components once hidden from view. You are the Nightwings. You should travel in their customary way. He turns to you, indicating levers and devices marked with symbols from the book. Now, reader, whenever you're ready, you may take us up. I'll show you how. And everyone else, hang on to something. Take off. Okay. After having soared into the sky, the black wagon remains aloft somehow. Cree! Diesel's excited to be flying again. You get the impression this may not be the first time for him. Impossible. Oh, by the scribes. The Nightwings sail the skies again, wheresoever the stars may call for them. Oh, Final Fantasy Island, gotcha. That's not cooperating though? Your mood tanks? Okay, I hope you feel better, Alice. I hope the nap helps. Sleep well. There's one catch. The downside provides few locales suitable for landing. Though we should be able to find at least a couple landing places near to where we're going. We'll then make way by land or sea towards our destination. Now, without further ado, let us proceed. Oh. Okay. Whoosh. Boost! What was this? How dare you, you Nightwing scum! You blasted fools, you can't intimidate the accusers! We shall face you soon enough in a forthcoming right, but first, we have another pack of fools whom we must vanquish shortly. Until then, stay out of our way. Hehehe. I want to drive into other people again. Is there anyone else to drive into? No. Damn! What? My beautiful wagon! What has happened? Oh, but is it you, my wonderful Nightwings, going to play a trick on your good friend Manly, Oh, how very, very, very clever of you. And the damage you've caused my beautiful wagon, doubtless it was very, very minimal. Fear not, I can afford repairs, it's no inconvenience at all. Although I do have one request of you to make amends, that is. When next we face each other in a right, and I trust you know that I shall ask of you, would you be kind enough to stand aside and let chastity prevail? Then we shall call it even, and when I return unto the Commonwealth, I shall see to it that you and your loved ones are suitably rewarded. Now ta-ta. Must fall out. No. Huh? A point of interest. Something about the strange island you see below draws your attention. Best to avert your gaze from the Isle of Kelmar. Even the scribes themselves thought to avoid the place. Let us fly on. It's a forbidden island that had significance to the scribes. I don't want to miss anything, so I'm going to be thorough. What's this? As you soar above the waters of Worm Gulf, you notice Sir Gilman sidle up to you very slowly. We are very, 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 very high above the waters, if this knight is not mistaken. This knight's brethren lurk beneath the surface there, numbers untold. Fortunately, if we were to come crashing to the surface now, then this knight, why, he would receive a watery burial, in the custom of his kind. Okay. That's good, I guess. Below, amid the desolation of flagging hands, you see Big Bertrude's, from which you first embarked by sea. You wonder how its venerable proprietor is faring. I'm certain that Big Bertrude must have left a strong impression on you all. She's not easy to forget. I've known her since before my exile, or hers. She's been here a long time. I've sent my agents to repay her for assisting you and to send her regards. The old wagon must have been in need of some repairs. Also, hello, Elsidian! I said hi earlier, but I don't know if you were there. Fall Flat and Glue Hive. Tizo wanted to explore the pools. Tizo believes this is the faster route and I could pursue my vocations. The spring of Jomir is always flown forth from the crushed carapace of Violanthius, the legend of whose demise is a rather sordid tale. Perhaps you've already read it in the book. Not all believe the book exists, of course, nor the greater titans, nor the rites. I've encountered exiles believing that this titan perished quite by accident, rather than by a cunning trap laid out for it by Jomir Many-Mane. They took the titan for a common beast. Perhaps the stars shine down upon out-of-the-way locales such as this one to ensure that they alone shall witness the proceedings. I guess we'll make Tizo happy. You touch down in the heart of Jomir Valley, where first you face the Fate and the Dissidents. You briefly wonder where they might be now and how they fare. You join your companions for a routine inspection of the wagon following its flight. Sir Gilman confirms the wagon's wheels withstood the shifting temperature and still appear to be in reasonable shape. Tizo managed to calm some of the drive imps prone to dizziness or frenzy at high altitudes. Other than that, everything checks out, and the rest of the crew got through the flight without any complaints. You now have a little time before setting forth by land. Baking wood wisps. It's a keepsake. Book of Rights. Once I too roamed free. I remember well those days in which I was called chief. I traveled all the world over on my 4 good paws, and I was well adored. I wanted to grow stronger. Here at last I have. Oh, this is Joel Mirror's writings. I shall not mince my words. This place shall either harden you or kill you. It shall haunt you with old memories. You shared the exile's plight. My charge is to alleviate the sting of it for you a little bit, and to prolong your stay, but only for as long as needed. Your charge is to return. We call this place the downside for a reason, but in time, here you can learn to eat, to seek out shelter, and to find beauty in unlikely places. How do I go forward? Years upon long years we spent distilling life essence from many things, which all once writhed under the auspices of their mortality, which we ourselves cut short. In this we have no regrets, for we learned much, and so we think did they. We earned the title Witch, and were forced to flee into the downside. Here we encountered Solium Mur, and soon we gained an understanding of each other. He bade us circumnavigate these lands and catalog our findings. We felt a strong desire to expose the secrets of this land. He wished to yield benefit to those who followed in our wake, indulge us both then. Luce Glorian. Do you feel a kinship with the stars? You owe your everything to them, perhaps, one day, even your freedom. I chased the stars across the river of my genealogy until they led me here. I demanded they explain to me the paradox of knowledge, for how is it that something can be shared but still contained within ourselves in its entirety? The stars did not respond but set me on a quest. I sought the 9 landmarks which they revealed to me, so that someday I would reveal their mysteries to you. These landmarks, emissaries of the stars, are 9 lenses through which we see the land, and see ourselves in a new light. The downside prairie first appears serene. It is not. The soil there accommodates only the region's brutish native vines and overbrush. The most likely food sources proved poisonous. Thus we journeyed further north. The climate there grew fouler to my senses, though the Kur Jomir found it amenable. This sprawling valley, pocked with long evaporated lakes, gives evidence to the monstrosities which roam the land. We found the region's western edge to be more pleasant on the whole. Therein we found the sources of fresh water, whereas over to the east we found the edge of the land's most hideous decay. Much can be said about the Sisters of the Arch, whom we banished to the great beyond, for deeds irredeemable. Suffice it to say the details of their banishment are written in this book. The sisters in the book became inseparable, not unlike the stars, their light, and the infinite darkness that engulfs them. The stars communicate to us, and you in turn. The words within this book are but an edifice, a simple surface. Look past the text to the hidden meaning and to hidden power. The stars above, as they are not mere lights, these are not mere words. If you chance upon the Sisters of the Arch within their prison here, give them our thanks. Gaining the summit of the sacred Mount Elodial involved no small amount of sacrifice and sorcery, in varying proportion. The mountain's energies were palpable, the sensation that we felt indescribable. The lands we stood upon were closer to the stars than to the world we knew. It was upon this highest point in all the downside that we first made efforts to concoct this tome, which you now read. It was there that we were stricken with a vision of the cycle of the rites and felt together for the first a sense of freedom unlike any we experienced before. But that is a subject which our comrades shall illuminate in greater detail. Wait. What's this one we've already read? Why is it still shiny? I don't get it. Triesta Tidus, the Blessed-born. We the Eight assembled here together on the downside, and we gave our freedom so that you may yet have yours. It is an exchange which we have not lightly made. It is my charge to ensure that you, should you regain your freedom, first off recognize its qualities and also use it wisely. You do not need a pair of wings in order to be free. My own wings I once thought that they could take me anywhere, and they took me here where I'm bound. It is your charge to be free and not to make the same mistakes. Spring from here and learn from what we did, and build a new and great society, a free society with wings spread wide for everyone. I don't think I've read this one. At first I found it much too difficult to read, much less to write, even grasp the quill, but the horned one, Mur, implored me. He said this is the greatest gift that he could give me in return. In return for what, I asked. In return for his life, he said, but I did not save your life, I said. You did, he said. We fight about this still. Mur is stubborn more than I. Now herein and by his leave, I chronicle the 9 triumvirates, for I am of this land unlike the rest who wish to leave. We knew not everyone could leave who wanted. Seldom would the opportunity arise. Thus did we organize those striving for the chance into 9 sets of 3. Okay, I think I'm caught up. Oh wait, Gilman was in there. I didn't see him. Sir Gilman is shivering there after the Black Wagon's maiden voyage to the skies. The Master Reader, this knight is very, very slightly out of sorts is all. He merely appears terrified, but he assures you that his seeming cowardice is but an optical illusion in this case. Pamatha overhears and joins you. Flying is not for everyone, Sir Knight. This knight heartily concurs, though how anyone at all can stand it he is yet to understand. Well, let's see. What's it like to swim the waters of the Sea Dominion? Ah, those glorious murky waters, engulfed in hideous warfare to be sure, but otherwise a joy to cut across, to feel the coolness of the waves beneath one's gill slits and the like. Though this knight is now accustomed to his life above the surface. Flying is just the same, Sir Knight. It resists those of us not born to it. I in turn have wondered what your seas are like. The thought of swimming fills me with disgust. Though I haven't had to swim and you now have to fly, that's very brave of you, and you handled it better than some harp-fledglings I met in my day. You'll get used to it. She departs, but you sense Sir Gilman's feeling better after the exchange. Onward! You end up spending part of the day with Tizo exploring the area surrounding your wagon. You learn this area used to be a swimming hole many years ago. Your lasting memory of the place is standing by the shore, imagining the feel of the water. As you head back in silence, you consider which of your vocations to pursue. Ferocious roar. At dawn, everyone seems to have recovered from the rigors of your maiden voyage across the skies. It's time to return to the Spring of Jomir and confront the dissidents once again. They're the doggies. Shopping? Books? Oft-times think the carapace of the Hive Titan, Banthus, shall be an everlasting blemish on an almost splendid bit of land. But Jomir in his brashness felled the monster with a certain flare. Then the moon shone through the ridges of the massive carapace, and shined upon the pooling ichor, turning it into the freshest nectar ever to be tasted. The spring shall flow eternally, and those who walk within it shall experience the resplendent glory of the land. The stars began to fall there in the spring with regularity, and we now know how soon again that they shall do so, and we wish for you to see it for yourself. I thought it was supposed to have 2 pages. I guess not. Why, hello, my lovely reader. What might I do for you? Ah, my best friend in all the world, come to visit me again. Does it make you uncomfortable, perhaps, that I should call you thus? Perhaps you think that you do not know me very well, but I know you just fine. You reveal a great deal to me when you come visit me like this. You're not the only one who can sense things in others, you know. She laughs to herself. One learns to read a bit when forced to suddenly appear within a book for 837 years or so. Especially if one is wont to pry a little, you understand, for it gets rather boring here. I know all about you, a common wanderer who vowed to help her friends be free again, only to end up spending all her time talking to an apparition stuck in a stone. Oh, I know about your loves or lack thereof, about your favorite pastimes, certain habits that you may be somewhat loath to admit. Fear not, of course. I use this special knowledge only as a means to entertain myself, I think. And if you don't like it, why, just keep your distance, like so many of your predecessors. As for the other Beyonders, they are as wraiths to me, as I must seem to all those idiots with whom you consort. I cannot confine as easily in my own kind as I'm able to confine in you. But I suppose I have said too much. Thank you as ever for the visit. You've given me a lot to think about, more than you know. A scribe trial for whom? Gilman? Okay. You think that dimwit of a worm has any chance? Perhaps you're correct, though I put little stock in him myself. Though let us bring him forth. Soon Sir Gilman appears in heat of the summons. Master Reader, is this knight perchance in trouble for something? That's a mood. I'm the kind of person where if someone wants to talk to me, I'm like, what did I do? What did I do? Am I gonna get yelled at? Are you mad at me? The apparition Sandra appears and unfastens her mask. Listen well, worm, you answer to me here. As you will, your highness. Your highness, I like the sound of that, though flattery shall get you nowhere here. Demonstrate your competence to me then, worm. You shall have to do it mostly on your own, though under the guidance of your lovely reader. I trust you're prepared. Of course, your highness, this knight accepts this challenge. And some zooms. Wait for him to pick up the ball. I'm gonna do some zoomies. circles around them? Okay. They're so big. Another one's big. And now he's not doing his little aura anymore. Why did? Oh, because he picked it up. That's why. Hey, I got one. 12. He's so little. No, I'm feeling a little tired. I think it's probably faster to do it this way. To reset. Oh, I was so close to it. Dang it! Yeah, murder them first. It's hard to circle around them with these bars in the middle. There we go. Just gotta do it 2 more times. Does permanent thing the jumps? Oh, I don't know. Maybe go over dead. Reggie, this is hard! They're too big and I'm just a little fish man. I'm just a little fish snake. Their auras are so big. Yeah, I'm just gonna ignore them. I'm gonna keep trying to run into it rather than trying to kill them. Up here. Yeah, I guess maybe I should have been trying to use them offensively. Oh. He's stuck behind me. Oh. That's really fun. Yay! Okay, let's do zooms. Yay! Huzzah! This night prevails! I have no choice but to concur with that assessment, Worm. Your performance was sufficient, and you passed my test. Thus, congratulations are in order to you and to your lovely reader. Now, farewell. Present, present, present! What'd I get? Master Reader this night is humbled after having passed that sorceress test. What? By the scales of the Underking Ores! What is it that you have? Ore scale. Sir Gilman jumps farther than usual, plus 30%. Nice. That's cool. Cricket! Cricket! It's fine. He wanted to be reunited with his girlfriend. It's fine. Oh. Oh. Ah. My rock! My rock! Bring it back! I mean, I had to send someone. I mean, I guess I could have lost, but... It feels weird if losing is the right call. You observe Tizo rummaging about the black wagon as though in search of something. He notices you there and rushes up to greet you. Hee! Tizo's glad that you're here. He was just reminiscing about old times. But just as quickly, he resumes his search. Ha! Tizo's looking for something a former exile the Nightwings once gave him. Rahum! He's growing frustrated that the object he seeks is nowhere to be found. You almost do not notice the lone minstrel's approach. I'm afraid that has gone, Tizo. I'm very sorry. Reader, it's nothing that ought to be cause for much concern, merely that Tizo has misplaced something of sentimental value to him. Skriok! It was just a spare bandage, he indicates, exactly like the one on his horn. Tizo here has had many adventures with the Nightwings. Is that not so, Tizo? He squawks in approval. Those memories shall always stay with you. Is that not what matters most of all? He confirms this as well. Then please do not worry yourself about it anymore. It's a symbol of a distant past besides. Tizo skulks away up to the rafters. The lone minstrel watches him go. The object that he seeks does not exist, reader. Tizo searches for it from a fleeting memory of his days with the Nightwings of the past. He performed the regular duties of other drive imps at first, but soon distinguished himself. I was none too surprised. He was clearly special. He had grown close with the other members of the Nightwings when misfortune fell, and the triumvirate fell apart. Perhaps Volfred has revealed to you more of the details. As for Tizo, I feel he must make peace with the shadows of his past somehow. Perhaps then he shall cease searching. You need not worry for him, of course. He's resilient, and shall always serve the Nightwings well. You might say that he was born for it. Begging your pardon, reader. The lone minstrel excuses himself in the polite way, leaving you to consider what he said. Tizo got updated? you shiny? She's oh, just because she's currently highlighted. So was it his past that's new? Well, I guess it's the biography. He's descended from the most famous imp of them all. Is that the Kaub? He is steady and collected. There's my stone. It's gone. Shopping! Hey guys, come on in! See now, whatever happened to that Smiley Highwind guy? Did he really get out of here like I've been hearing or what? Sausage. Twilight Shard. Right. All my money goes on these. Oh, goes for these. That's fully upgraded. Increase the jumping. Yeah. Thanks, guys. Good luck in that thing you're going to tonight. How'd he know about that? As the sky grows dark over the spring of Jumnir, a hush falls over your companions, especially Ruki. You sense something is troubling him, something to do with your next adversaries. Oh hey sister, just want to let you know, I'm pumped and ready to take on the dissidents. Take over? Ruki's the new gang leader. Okay, you heading out, Baptiste? See you later. Thanks for coming by. That Barker, he's not so scary once you get to know him like I do, you know? So don't you worry, because I sure won't be going easy on him after last time. As Ruki marches off towards the clearing, you notice his grin fade away. In the distance, you hear the dissidents begin to hoot and holler. Stitch my neck.
Reader, ever persevering, aren't we? Well then, rejoice, because the cycle of the rites begins.
Okay, good night, Alcidian. Good night. Thank you for coming
Perhaps
by.
you'll liberate
Sleep
another
well.
soon enough. Your chosen adversaries here shall be
Sweet dreams.
the dissidents. Reduce their flame to ash, just as you did when last you met. Now, who exactly shall oppose them?
Good question. Who should oppose them? Oi, mates, look what we got here. Greentail, is that you? Yeah, Barker, it's me, alright. Well, I'll be, so tell me something, Greentail. You gonna go against me this time, or keep on being a stinking coward like before, huh? What do I do? 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 Wait, he says he wants to fight. If you can beat him, maybe he'll leave us alone. He'll leave the Greentails alone. I can make it worth his while. Barker? What is it, mate? The right's about to start. Well, I was just thinking, I know I owe you and everything, but I've got a deal for you. You like a good deal, don't you? Crah, I like a good laugh's more like it, but I'll bite, Greentail. What's your fancy here? I was thinking, if I can beat you here, we're squared away. You let me off the hook. Huh, I see. But tell me something, mate. Now why in the stinking world would I want to do a thing like that? What's in it for me when I beat you instead? Then I'll pay you double what I owe, I promise. But you have to promise too, curse oath. Oi, really now? Double or nothing then, is it, eh? You tried a hard bargain there, mate, but alright, it's a deal. You beat me in my pack right here, right now, and you're debt-free as far as I'm concerned. Of course, if you don't, I'll be fleecing you for all you're worth. You, your stupid uncles, and that dear old mom of yours. See you shortly then. Ruki then turns to you. Hey, so this one means a lot to me, you understand there, sister? Let me go against these guys and I'll make sure we show them up, okay? There are the zombies. By the by there, mates, my pack and I, we got a few new tricks we're dying to show you real soon. You sense Barker speaks the truth. The dissidents are more capable than before. Each time you face a triumvirate, they gain talismans and masteries. Do not
You shall
underestimate them.
strive for freedom.
Oh, I can see their talismans. "85% chance to avoid banishment." Wow. They can jump 2 times. And we gotta bring Rookie.
Rookie.
I haven't taken Faye out in a long time. Money, quickness. Money, quickness.
Yodariel.
I really wish I could do more than one talisman.
It is done.
Rookie, he's always been so kind to me. If I help us prevail here, then maybe I can start to make it up to him. Alright then, Greentail, bring it on, or your dear old mum is gonna pay.
Commence.
Damn.
Good. The Night Wings are the first to strike. Didn't see it coming.
Wings.
Banished. Bye, Barker.
Oopsie. Oh,
Glory
heck.
to the scribes. So sorry for the wait there,
dumb.
reader. Unfortunately.
What's the matter, Greentail? Methinks you seem a little nervous on your paws out there. Just shut up already, Barker. Let's get on with it. What's that you say, huh? You think you can talk back to me like that, Greentail? You heard me, Barker. Stay out of my damn way. Or what, mate? Or I'll sink these little nervous teeth into your neck, old chum.
That foolish Barker was a menace to the Commonwealth and is a blight upon the rights.
Damn.
Bad boy, Barker.
Barker's a bad dog.
Absolution! It seems the Nightwings are a bit ahead. Glorious.
It's weird their auras go farther than mine.
Now go.
Damn.
die, Jodariel.
No! No!
Alas. You seem unable to stop these people. That ought to wake you up. So fiercely fought.
One more card. Is she confused? Can they be confused?
Spectacular!
Oh my gosh.
Weakens.
Wait, what the hell is wrong with her?
An opportunity.
Damn!
Oh dear.
Yay! 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 Yay!
Thus to greater glory.
Listen, more than one of us can confuse. Me and Jody both.
Clutches.
Oh heck!
Such chaos.
Yay!
Yes. Now go on, just once more. Zap. Indeed. Barker throws himself into the
Come
flames.
on.
This is the road to ruin. And it is done.
There we go.
The Nightwings prevail again.
Barely.
The scribes showed them a bitter favor in the end.
I had to do it for Rookie's mom.
The right is done.
Doesn't his Fang make his thing last longer or something? Woohoo! We did it! We got him! Eep! Grr, Greentail, you. You got us fair and square, mate. As fair and square as the stuff gets, right? So my family, you'll leave alone? You said you'd leave them alone. Ease off there, Greentail. A deal's a deal. Now then, me and my pack had better step it up for when we see you and your mates again. I'll be looking forward. Yeah, after Rookie casts his aura, it lingers longer than usual. So what's wrong with that? Rookie watches him depart, then turns to you as his expression softens. Don't know what to tell you, sister, other than I really owe you one.
Bask now in the wisdom of the scribes.
Utter nonsense, all of this. We have come this far. Fortune alone cannot be the cause. Wait for everyone to come back.
The moon-touched girl has greater
The 8 scribes, they so inspire me, and now I feel that I've grown somehow closer to them, maybe.
Flash of inspiration for next time. Until the stars align.
What talisman are you thinking of, Clark? You return to the wagon after you and your fellow exiles secured victory over the dissidents, and find Wolfred waiting for you there. Well done back there, my girl. You're serving your companions well. Now then, I have something that I wish to share with you if you've a moment. We've discussed the plan of which we're all a part. I have a means of measuring our progress towards the goal of it. I'd like for you to look at it. First, let's determine where the rites may take us next. Look forth. I expect you shall see several shining stars, where once you saw but one. Several shining stars, the trick of the eye or the will of the scribes, who can say? I too once gained this newfound vision many years ago, following my first liberation rite, and I believe only we of the Nightwings have this gift. I realize that in choosing whom the Nightwings confront in each rite, we in turn influence which triumvirate we face when the time comes for someone to be set free. Oh? The object I invite you to use contains further detail. Henceforth, you may use Wolfred's planner to see your current progress. Look upon it now. Using Wolfred's planner, you may assess your progress towards your ultimate goal, as well as check the current standings of your adversaries. Wolfred shall keep this information up to date for the remainder of your quest. You may look over it now or any time in the Black Wagon or while searching the stars. Favor? The triumvirates with the highest favor will take on the Nightwings in the Liberation Rite. Okay, so since I just fought the dissidents, it went down? Is that how it works? But then why did these ones go down too? I don't understand this. Number of additional exiles required to join the Nightwings? So there's another friend for me to get? Yes, I agree, Lycander. We'll make all the friends. So we have the Bog Star, the Accusers, these little fast buggers. Let's take out the fast guys. Gotcha, okay, that's what I was thinking it might create, thanks. Is this night to understand that we shall soon confront Sir Deluge and the Pyre Hearts once more? Then this is to be a most exciting time. This knight's one-time commanding officer, imagine if you will, a worm without the slightest trace of bravery. Sir Gilman then recants his tale of Sir Deluge's past, and how it is that they wound up together in the downside. Sir Deluge, a worm knight of the Sea Dominion and former ally of Sir Gilman. He lacks the sort of courage for which his kind is known, yet somehow leads the Pyre hearts anyway. Some worms born under the Sea Dominion's waters sought life's meaning on dry land. The Commonwealth recognized their chivalrous traditions and soon put them to use. Sir Deluge was just another bit of frontline fodder in the war against the Highwing remnants, yet time and time again he distinguished himself for one simple reason: he would not die. His unusual instinct for self-preservation kept him safe in many battles, and over time he was repeatedly promoted for lack of any real competition. Then, in the Battle of the Spiral Sanctum, when retreat was certainly not an option, Sir Deluge retreated anyway. This was a breaking point, and he at last was sentenced into exile. Oh, there's special dialogue if you get them the final right? Whoa. In the downside, he sought water, where he made contact with Sir Gilman and other members of his kind. They all saluted him as their superior. The other knights had little choice but to respect his rank. As the Pyre Hearts, they conducted rites in the name of their great hero, the Under King Ors, while adhering to their strict code. This knight might not have failed quite so miserably at the Battle of the Spiral Sanctum, had his entire regiment not turned in disarray after Sir Deluge fled. Perhaps by confronting its former commander, this knight's own honor may be regained in part. For now, however, this knight must beg your leave. You say goodnight to Sir Gilman in turn. There's no time to make the flight preparations now, though in the morning you'll press on once again. Ruki? As you approach Ruki, you sense none of his usual anxious energy. I'm free. And he rushes up to you, a return to form. I mean, I know I'm not. I'm stuck down here with the rest of you. It's like I finally got to set aside this giant bag of rocks I've been carrying around, you know what I mean? I want to say thanks, sister, for giving me a hand with the little situation between myself and Barker. I don't think I would have had it in me to stand up to him unless I knew you and the others had my back. Now at least old Mama Greentail won't get any trouble from him on the other side. She's still waiting for her rookie boy to come on home, but at least she won't be getting hassled by a bunch of nasty curs just because I struck a lousy deal. So yeah, sister, you ever need something, I owe you one, and then some. Cur's oath. He prances out of the wagon, a newfound lightness in his step. +2 health permanently! Wow. Okay. So maybe if we beat, Sir Deluge, that'll help as well. The plan. Book. Oh, I can click the page down here! I myself, Haub, did form the dissidents under the simple tenet: those who do not belong, belong. The other scribes, some of them showed at first reluctance to allow an imp, and one accursed to designate one of the 9 triumvirates. But Mur, the horned one, stubborn as he was, stood by my side. In time they came to understand, for I remained as ever at their side, a living bit of proof of their absurdity. The dissidents are an extension of my oddity. Those who do not adhere, they are not to be discarded, underestimated, or dismissed. They are as necessary as are those against whom they rebel. I see. But I can't turn the page here? Weird. Onward! Must ram into other ships. I'm gonna find out that ramming into them like increases their aggro to me or something. I just know it. But it's so funny, how can you not do it? Where is everybody? Oh. I'm coming for ya. Bam! So the night winds darken our skies once more. We suffered much from the defeat you handed us last time. Until our next encounter on a sacred site. I told you, stay out of our way. Get out of my sight. Sisters, we're under attack! Hold, no, we're merely being mocked. Telling none other than the Nightwings. Mock us all you wish then, wastrels of the Commonwealth. The sight of you in that utterly outlandish wagon, your mere existence is an affront to the act of flight. Would that my sisters and I could soar tireless and free as we once did, but nay, we must resort to such ignoble means of travel such as you. Now stay away from us, lest our vengeance should extend beyond your Commonwealth, and become much more personal in nature. The unmistakable remains of Sylvia's horse-headed, which protrude from the ashen fire there below. Some have taken it to be a work of sculpture, reader. The mare Titan vanquished by the scribe Triesta Titus. She broke the land beneath her burning hooves, winning vengeance. The tale of a Titan felled by Saint Triesta Titus. With it, that is more unbelievable than the thought that some daring exiles over many years carved the Titan's visage out of stone. Be that as it may, the climate and the cliffs are home now to exiled hearts, such as the Essence whom you faced here when you first arrived. Even they do not know all of the locale's sacred significance. Going in. Your wagon touches down in the Black Basin, where you first met Wilfred and Pamitha as well. You briefly wonder at what might have happened had your paths not crossed, as you consider what to do with the remains of the afternoon. What have we got? I already read that one. I read that one. I think we read that one too. Down here? Where am I supposed to go? I don't understand this UI. I don't get it. You know, my lovely reader, I must admit that I did not expect your little followers to be quite so receptive to instruction as thus far they've proved. I know not whether they owe it all to you or have somewhat more to them than I was first inclined to think. In any case, however, I'm pleased that they're not entirely disgraceful. I like to keep my expectations well in check, seeing as how I've been thus expelled until the end of time, so it's pleasant when those expectations are exceeded every now and then. Although I cannot quite recall when last that was. But the best part of all of this are these brief times in which you visit me in my domain. I know you cannot for long. This damned crystal in which I'm enthralled shall see to that. Those you perhaps surmised, whenever it decides that one of your little friends is worthwhile enough, why I can offer them a trial, and likewise I can offer you a chat. Sometimes I think as you achieve those trials of mine, perhaps it does something to trim the length of my eternal banishment. Eternity being what it is, however, perhaps not. Still, if the trophies of those blasted scribes are worth something to you, then all you need is but to brave my trials, and they can be yours. And perhaps there's good in it for me as well. Then something changes in her, and she changes the subject. I've likely said too much. I'm not to influence you in your use of the Beyonder Crystal. It's not there to be tampered with by anyone, including me. Forget what I said. Who's up next? Faye? You asked Sandra to administer one of her special trials for Faye. I must admit I do sense something from that one. I once had a wild heart myself, quite like her own. We shall see if there's more to her than that. Let us bring her forth. Soon Faye arrives and heeded the summons. The scribes! I think that if I listen carefully, I can hear them calling out to me. The apparition Sandra appears and unfastens her mask. Listen well, girl. The place where you reside at present has but a single rule, which is you answer to me here. Wow, okay, I will. Such naive enthusiasm. Now be silent. It's plain to me that you have much to learn as yet about the rites, but you've learned something and I would see you prove it. without the benefit of anyone save for your reader. Okay, are you out there to help me with this, miss? Eh. Take that, little bunny. Dang! They're all little Tizos. Woo! Easy peasy. Okay, how did I do? I must admit that you did better than I had expected, girl. You've passed this trial of yours. Some congratulations are in order to you and also to your lovely reader. Now farewell. What'd she get? What'd she get? Did I imagine all of that, miss? Because I hope I didn't. Wow, what is that you have there? Calamar's Anklet. After Faye casts her aura, it can bounce off of objects and solid surfaces. Ah, cool. Ah. You and Faye wandered together for a while through the sweltering confines of the Black Shore, sometimes in circles. What exactly she's looking for, she cannot explain. Eventually, however, she happens on something that never caught your notice. Look at this, miss! The scribes, they walked this very path, I think they did, and left this here for us! The object she procures does seem to emanate with some sort of faint and ancient power. Wisdom Trace. 1,000 enlightenment? Holy moly. Is that a lot? It seems like a lot. Also, hey, Reedy! Oh no, the Rune Arc isn't supposed to be on. Okay, I owe you guys a Rune Arc next time I do Elden Ring. It's doing. How about yourself? Bum bum bum. You find Rookie having just put back his green-tailed family portrait. There's something of a wistful look in his eye. Thank you for the glub and the pets. Thank you. Then something comes over him and he moves in close, lowering his voice. Look, sister, I gotta level with you about something here real quick. Truth is, I haven't been entirely upfront with you about my family situation. He hesitates a while and then... We ain't exactly as rich as I've been letting on. I mean, we do just fine, and we got lots of money stored away. It's just mostly locked up in saving bonds, and... He seems to catch himself in the middle of another tall tale and relents before he can respond, one way or another. The situation is my mom back on the other side. She needs a little bit of help, financially and otherwise. All she's got now are my knuckle-headed uncles to keep her steady. Always told her I'd make something of myself, you know? I was just a clerk in her shop. Things started getting tough for us, so I started looking for all different kinds of work. Got in with some unseemly sorts, I guess, but the pay was real good. We took to shipping certain types of stuff down here, of all places, flushing it straight down the river, watertight. The pay was alright. Mom was so proud of me. We were eating real good all the time. But you can probably guess what happened. I barely scraped by after they flushed me down here. Would have been food for a bunch of howlers had Jody not bailed me out of a tough spot one fine evening. As for my mom, she doesn't know the half of it. My uncles told her I'm away on business. Not entirely untrue, I guess, but if she knew, it'd break her poor heart. So, don't know how else to put this, sister, but I want to get out of here. Get back to what I was doing back home, on the straight and narrow, though. I'd go straight this time for sure. Just don't go telling everybody the old Rookie Greentail's a mama's boy, okay? I got a certain reputation to uphold. He quickly scampers out the door. His past had been weighing heavily on him, but you sense he was sincere about wishing to lead an honest life. Ferocious roar. Oh, we know his crime! So he was a smuggler. And he's been in exile for 4 years. I see. Active and outgoing. So I finally unlocked one person's story. I see. I wonder what it was that caused that to be unlocked for him. I guess because I fought Barker? There's so many little trinkets in here. It's so cluttered. But how are you doing, Weedy? How's your day been going? The Nest of Trieste. Here in the gnarled roots of the Black Basin, you encounter a messenger imp come to deliver news and rumors from the other side. The news this time pertains to Hedwyn, who you liberated at the fall of Solium. You learn Hedwyn returned safely to the Commonwealth, where he was clothed and welcomed, his past transgressions all forgiven. He was to be groomed for a leadership position of his choice, whether on the Council or the Blood Border, each equally as lucrative and secretive as well. The Blood Border. However, he refused, and before the Sun Council members could do anything about it, he left them. He since made contact with Volfred's agents, and is working together with them, thus the ranks of the revolution grow stronger. Per the messenger imp custom, the last part of the message was transcribed from Hedwyn, word for word, and says, "Keep going, I'll see you here." You thank the messenger imp for relaying the information. Soon your companions are all abuzz about it. Yeehaw! Tizo's happy to hear Hedwyn as well. Yeah, that's how it's done, Hedwyn. Right behind you, chum. A glorious example Hedwyn sets for all of us. He did it. I wonder if he'll ever find the one he fell for. I always thought Hedwyn was looking for someone out there back home. Do you think he found her? The news of Hedwyn's liberation fills you and your fellow exiles with newfound resolve. Plus one hope. Good to hear that you're doing alright, Weedy. Here we are. The ashen effigy of the nightmare titan, Sylvia's horse-headed, looms as dark as ever on the precipices of Black Basin, where her chaotic influence sundered the land itself until it wept with fire. The very instant that our graceful friend Trieste Tilis finally laid to rest the greater titan with the power of the holy scepter of the Empire, the stars shone down upon us all with blinding light. Trieste thought she could bear her children in the warmth there, but alas. Now the stars revisit that locale with regularity. The fissures in the rock do pose more danger than one ought invite, but a summons to the nest is to be honored. I don't understand, because it said that I had gotten multiple pages. Is it this? How much cheese? I have not encountered any cheese yet. I don't think they have cows out here in the desert. Hey guys, you know what I was just thinking? Maybe I should have a sale or something here sometime. But then again, my prices are as low as they can go, so I don't think I can. I just can't do it, guys. Burning Promise. After dousing the adversary's pyre, the bearer earns a reward up to 3 times. Oh. $42? I can't afford that. What the frick? There's a lot of talismans and not a lot of money. Let's make her a little faster. Okay, Faye, it's now your job to make me money. I gotta level up the heartbeat. Actually, maybe I should level up Tizo since he's so close to unlocking another thingamabobber. This might be nice since he can explode himself. Must be our lucky day here, or I don't know what, Dad. Let's go. Everything is set for the rite to commence, and all is quiet amid the monolithic stonework at the nest of Triesta. All there is left to do is wait for nightfall to set in. You observe Sir Gilman sliding back and forth, back and forth. You sense something's weighing on his mind. This knight is not a knight at all. This knight betrayed his former commander, abandoned his brethren of the Sea Dominion. But what is knighthood even? What is knighthood if it means having to follow such a craven as that Sir Deluge? Cease this nonsense, Gilman. Focus on the right. Focus on the right. Focus on the right. He notices you finally. Oh, Master Reader, this knight did not see you there just now, such was his preoccupation with the task at hand. Know that this knight stands prepared. He has no misgivings whatsoever when it comes to battling his ex-triumvirate. Please consider letting this knight participate, for he has honor to restore. Then a glimmering within the sky draws your and his attention.
Good evening there, you exiles of the Night Wings. You are returned once more unto the nest of Triesta. The adversaries you are to confront shall be the Pyre Hearts. Whose ever pyre yet burns ere the break of dawn shall surge forward on the path to glory. Now prepare yourselves.
Gilman, so still not abandoned your new friends like all your other duties and responsibilities? Sir Deluge wrestles with his mask for a time. This knight is most surprised that you have the courage to even show yourself. You speak of courage, Sir Deluge, but this knight has little else to say to the likes of you. That figures, Gilman. You are no knight at all. You are a teensy minnow swimming in a sea of minnows many, many times your size, and with much more honor too. Then something comes over Sir Gilman. But just as soon it fades, Sir Gilman slinks away. Disgraceful, you Nightwings! You are stupid to have taken that one in, and you are no good at the rites. And another thing, we do not fear you! Oh, thank you for the gold glove.
The rite shall begin forthwith.
If he's banished, a blast can banish adversaries. Uh-oh, that's dangerous. Oh, I can read the enemy's bios too. That's cool. Intimidating. Oh, thank you, JD. Thank you for the heads up.
Just choose
I'm gonna take Tizo.
Tizo.
Harpy.
Got it.
You gotta bring Fishman to fight his former boss. Right? We'll give him a special rock too.
Sir
You can
Gilman,
have a special rock.
the
as a
choice
treat.
is cast.
This night shall not bend to you again, Sir Deluge, ever. Come then, Nightwings, to show this night how you defend the honor of that miserable minnow whom you harbor. On guard!
Now begin. Your
Oh, jeez
adversaries
Louise.
are the first to strike. Quite an exchange.
Oopsie.
Glory to
Oh,
the
I'm in
scribes.
trouble.
Oof. The orb.
Yay, Tizo! That a boy!
Oh. Ha.
Yes!
With grace.
Good job,
Your
girlfriend.
adversary's pyre now falls short of yours. Your
Oh.
exile shall return ere
Ding,
long.
ding, ding.
Banishment. I never. Beauteous.
Another most inglorious defeat is imminent. This knight can feel it in his bones.
Tis taken. Unfortunate.
We're just so fast.
Tread
Oh
lightly.
no. Frig.
Now.
Dang. No.
There it is. Perhaps you are unworthy. Quite the turn of events. Their pyre sputters. The Nightwings edge closer to victory.
Nice.
Glory to the scribes. Now end the ceremony.
Oopsie.
Oh. Yes.
Oh no.
From burning flame.
Boo.
The deluge caught out. And it is done.
Yay. I like Bird
The
Girlfriend.
Nightwings prevailed.
She's
yet
pretty
again.
good.
The flames of their resolve could not be doused.
Hopefully this makes Gilman happy.
The rite is complete.
Curse you, Gilman! You were a fool to abandon us, and now you only twist the dagger in our backs. You still do not seem to understand, Sir Deluge. This knight is no longer beholden to the likes of you. This knight is bound only by the path toward enlightenment. Your words ring false. You are unfit to lead. Just shut up. You know exactly what you are, Gilman. You call this knight a craven, yet your courage is a mere facade, and everybody knows. Everybody knows. This knight shall see to it. Sir Gilman does not respond, although you sense the words of Sir Deluge got to him.
There is much to learn from this experience.
There you go, Tizo.
The imp Tizo appears to have a certain depth.
Tizo
of
just had a flash of inspiration about his role in the rites and his power of the Nightwings.
The exiled Kamatha perhaps can learn the errors.
Well,
of
Tamitha, so now I'll be catching up to you with all this, whether you like it or not. She moves faster while flying. After banishing an adversary, she moves faster than usual for 5 seconds.
the holy power of the eldest matriarch.
Oh, but that's nice too. Maybe I should have gone over here. Oopsie.
Until the next rite.
Back at the Black Wagon, the Nightwings are unwinding after they overcame the Pyre Hearts after a few close calls. The deadest hour of night is approaching, so you excuse yourself to read the stars outside and plot a course for your next confrontation. The stars yet shine for you, revealing various paths forward. Let's see. The doggies, Tree Man, witches. Let's read the witches. The withdrawn and witched Udmild have designs them upon the rites that have nothing to do with being free again. What they seek, no one in good conscience could abide. He then reveals what he's learned of her and her designs. Witch Udmild, one of the bog dwellers and head of the withdrawn, a triumvirate more interested in legends of Yelsh, the Astralborn, than in the rites. Her kind was known to be reclusive in the Commonwealth, yet she was brazen in her disdain for common values. She practiced the unspeakable. Somehow, one day, her research into flammable regions grew into an obsession with Yelsh, despite widely held beliefs that he's dead or never did exist. But Udmild yet held that Yelsh is merely dormant until someday be reborn with newfound hunger, which could only be sated by devouring the world. Then at last, Yelsh could return to his glorious home, and Udmild would go with him. When Commonwealth officials showed up to take Udmild in for spreading unrest, she was all too eager to comply. After all, a sentence to the downside meant being that much closer to Yelsh's resting place, where she believed she had much work to do, where the withdrawn stood ready to assist. She speaks in seeming riddles, yet the threat of her intentions, I think, cannot be dismissed. Let us be on our guard, and therefore let us rest while we can. You bid Volfrid rest from night and kind. It's too late to take flight, so you expect to press onward come daylight. The Pyre Hearts. The Pyre Hearts all follow on the path forged by the Underking Oars, whose many mighty deeds exceed the small stature that somehow contained him. His is the most spirited triumvirate, their courage unfaltering, their hearts full. They live always with vigor, and perhaps they die with it as well. They are the Underking's own kind, as at home above the sea as in it, never ceasing, ever longing as they do for something more. The Underking chose wisely for these qualities, and teaches that a life devoid of passion is a life devoid of life itself. That burning passion is the fuel that drives the Pyre Hearts, and in turn us all. Oh, who was in there? Oh, Gilman. Sir Gilman is in a contemplative mood. He's been rather quiet, at least more than usual, ever since his confrontation with Sir Deluge. He notices you there and slides forth in a solemn manner. This night, he knows what he shall do now when all this is over, Master Reader. We Worm Knights. We all are born and raised to prove ourselves superior to all the other billions of our kind, to lead our lives, however short, with glory. From the moment we shove past our wormling brethren in their egg sacks to the very end, we are conditioned to excel, to prevail at all costs. This relentless pursuit of glory, of fame, of self-worth, it leads most of this knight's kind only to an early doom, or in the case of Sir Deluge, it leads to a life of falsehood. A life of low deceit, abusing one's fellow worm knights, shirking one's responsibility, living in constant fear. This knight cannot abide his former commander, yet pities him. There must be more to honor than to lead a life engulfed in endless conflict. Then he looks at you intently. This knight shall ever seek that honor out, when all of this is ended, Master Reader. Thus he vows to you, and he is ever grateful that your guidance led him to this new awakening. But until such time, this knight is duty-bound unto the Night Wings. This, the fulfillment of our plan and our pursuit of freedom, is to be his final quest. For what awaits him afterwards is no mere quest. The honor that this knight has sought, it cannot be fully achieved through knighthood, can it? It requires something more. I trust you understand. He slithers off, his head held high, though not merely in pride. Something has changed in him. Woo! Good for him. Must find people to ram into. Must be the most obnoxious triumvirate. Hey, what's the big idea, huh? Oh, it's you Nightwings, come to rub it in again, I guess. We Tempers, we've been trading flames with you, who knows how long. So what, you got us once or twice lately, matter of time before we go and get you back. So you might want to keep that in mind next time you go messing with these horns, hear me? Now get out of my sky. Okay. Is that them again? Oh, that's a tree man. My, that was a bit of a close call there, Nightwings? You think that you can simply cut us down like last time, is that it? Now then, we've a most pressing engagement soon, so I'm afraid we've little time for chat. Much as I do cherish our exchanges, we must beg your leave, until some other time. Unbelievable! Again, our hated enemies befall us. Behold, our bitter rivals in the rights. Would that these blasted rights did not impose such arbitrary rules, and we would use our talents here and now rather than words. Know this, you fools, however high you may attempt to fly in that abomination, you shall always be beneath us. It's a pretty good line. Oh, what's this? You soar near to the border of the sandfolds, where your companions first found you in the downside long ago. There's nothing for you there, and you wish never to see it again. As you fly aloft over the area of Downside Prairie where first your path diverged, you see Ruki looking down at the lands below. You know, sister, I gotta say I never did get over you taking us through Blooming Pool that first time way back when. To think that someone of your character would side with Jody rather than myself. It's fortunate for our sake that the reader did not often heed your advice, Greentail. Hey, that's cold, Jody. My sister here listens to me at every turn I'll have, you know? Except for that first time. A shame we shall never know what delights await us at Hollowroot. Oh, you missed out, you mark my words. We'd all be riding in style by now rather than sputtering about in this old thing. No doubt. Despite how it appeared to you at first, they both seem to be in good spirits, reminiscing about old times. Yonder lies the Ridge of Goal, somewhat less imposing when viewed from this vantage point, do you not agree, reader? The mists of the downside hold that there is no mere ridge of stone, but the remains of Lord Gandroth, once slain by Golathanian himself. Golathanian. Jeez Louise. Though perhaps such tales are of little import now, when you stand to confront the withdrawn there in just a short while. Hollow Root and Blooming Pool. Sir Gilman thinks I'll be the quickest route. Pamela says she can sway the coming right against the withdrawn in your favor here. I'm gonna go here. You make a successful landing in Downside Prairie near the southern edge of the downside. Memories of having first met Headwind, Jodariel, and Rookie come flooding back. You now should have some time in the vicinity before continuing onward towards the Ridge of Gold by land. The Yonder Crystal seeks Tizo. We'll have to do that next time. We got a plant! Oh! I got a plant! Oh! I harvested it! That's exciting. The downside is connected to our realm via a single artery, the river named for our prestigious sap colleague, Luce Glorian. That river gushes into seeming nothingness. That seeming nothingness turns out, of course, to be the downside. Its existence undermines thousands of years of thought about the composition of our world. The downside's southern edge, we call it the Sandfolds, is a desecrated wasteland speaking well to this land's lack of hospitality. Here the strength of many who survive the river journey finally fails. If only they could clamber further north. Where lies the verdant downside prairie, a better place to perish, to be sure. Thank you, Cricket, thank you! Okay, this is probably a good stopping point for today. Let's see. If we exit campaign, you shall return to the main menu. Any unsaved progress shall be lost. I don't know when it saved last. That's probably okay though. Alright, thank you for watching, everybody. Thank you for coming by. Thank you for the help. And we will see who's on that we can raid. And I think Cricket's actually streaming later today too. So guys, make sure you check out Cricket's stream tonight. Let's see who's on. It looks like Azumi's on. Let's read Azumi. Alright, have a good evening, everyone. Bye-bye.